Hey everyone, this is Stevie Richards. When I'm not doing Stevie Richards Fitness, well actually when I am doing Stevie Richards Fitness resistance band training programs, I like to listen to my friends on the Voices of Misery podcast. They talk about literally everything and anything, some stuff that might offend you. So if you're not easily offended, don't subscribe, because they say whatever is on their minds is actually subscribe. Subscribe anyway. You might learn something, and check them out anywhere you can download and listen to your favorite podcast. And of course, check them out at voicesofmisery.podbean.com.
This is the Voices of Misery podcast. This show isn't for the easily offended, so PC police on patrol stand by. You've been warned. Now let's join the nerd and nerdette with another podcast for that ass.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? We're still alive. We have not gotten killed by this hurricane. We made it through with our snorkels and our...
We didn't make it through. It's not over yet.
It's not over yet.
We're in the middle of it.
We are here with another podcast for that ass, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to say it, and I wanted to also say that it's 5 o'clock on the East Coast right now. This thing hit us about 3 hours ago, and the good news is it's really nothing. It's just a rainy day, just a normal rainy day. The wind picked up a little bit, but it's really nothing, man. These people on the fucking news are so upset that this catastrophic event didn't happen. And I said it was going to happen.
There's things... Oh,
and
God.
I knew it was going to happen.
Because there's nothing happening here, you want to think there's nothing happening. There are pictures online
Oh, yeah.
of the surrounding areas of right near us that are flooded. So we're just not getting any of it.
A couple of tornadoes did screw up like a house or two. And there was a car, for some reason, some dumb fuck had their Jeep on the beach and it got stuck and stranded. Remember this morning?
Listen, my sister sent that to me this afternoon. So how she saw it, I don't even know, because she's in New York. But
maybe she's just
so
paying
I think that's making the news all over the place.
People are dumb as fuck.
Like, I don't understand why someone... Number one, why are you driving your car out onto the sand? I don't understand that.
I just don't get it.
Number two, there's a hurricane coming. Why did you park it there?
Yeah.
And not move it? And they were videotaping all the waves crashing into this poor Jeep that's just stranded.
There were just cars.
I don't know.
There were cars in the road, and this morning when we woke up, we were still like a little nervous, like, oh, we're gonna get hit with this horrible thing, because the news really does a great job of building fear.
Well, it upgraded to a Category 3 last night while we were sleeping, and then by the time it got here, it's down to a Category 2.
Mm-hmm. These people were praying for fucking this storm to hit us. Like, the guys were like upset that it started to like move a different direction. They just seemed like genuinely hurt that this thing just wasn't hitting us head on, and like the world wasn't going to fucking end for South Carolina people. You know, I don't know. It's just really weird, and like that's the way that I feel. We talked about this last time. How I feel like the news wants these bad things, and people in general want these bad things to happen so they can have something to talk about online. So like they can get a Facebook post up, or they can talk about their prayers that they're receiving from people that they never met or know in real life. You know, I don't know, like the guys in the news are like, oh, well, this thing is like, we're still going to get it. We're still going to get it. We're promising it, you know, but it's going out a little bit, but we're still going to get it. I promise. It's still dangerous. Still don't leave your house. And it's like, what the fuck? And now I'm looking outside and it's just raining. It's just raining. Like the wind picks up a little bit, and that's okay. A little bit. I mean, I'm comparing it to the year where our freaking fence was like bent almost, you know, it was like all over the place. It was rocking like that bed was last night. And, I
can't. Like, there are times, I swear to God, I think you do it on purpose just to get a reaction on me. And, like, I just want to get up and walk out of the room. Like, I'm, like, literally sitting here shaking my head. I just hit the table. Like, what? Why do you have to say something like that? Don't hit the table.
This thing is flimsy and cheap. I don't have to buy another one. But yeah, so I'm just in a very good mood today because the storm didn't hit us, and I hate storms. I like storms. I like the bad weather because, like, I like, you know, like the storms because it's very calming, relaxing. The sound of the water and the rain hitting, you know, it's just a very relaxing thing. And we used to sit outside our porch and watch thunderstorms. You know, we used to love that shit.
You can't with this because
too much.
Yeah, because of the wind, all the rain is coming in the porch. So I'm like out there squeegeeing, and it's a freaking hot mess out there. So it's gonna have to be power washed.
Disgusting.
It's got mud. A couple slugs came in trying to get out of the water, and it's just like, ew, gross, like yuck. And then the freaking dog.
Fucking idiot dog. Faith, I thought dog.
Yeah, I thought she had to go to the bathroom, and she's begging to go outside, and I'm like, okay, because I'm already out there, obviously. So I open the door. She goes out there to just run around in the freaking rain, hit every damn muddy puddle that's out there. It's sniffing the grass, like, you know, doing her freaking thing, like, taking forever. I'm like, are you going to go to the bathroom? And she's just running around. So then she came in, and, like, nothing but wet dog do you smell. And I'm trying to sit there and towel dry her. You know, I brought a towel out, tried to dry her off, but then she got so hyped up because she thought I was playing that she started jumping around and barking and, like, all hyped.
She gets hyped up, man. She's a very excitable dog.
Has so much freaking energy, man. She loves the fucking rain. I've never seen a dog like that.
At least she was excited because we were fucking bored to death all day. Mm-hmm. And the reason is because we were dreading losing power the whole day. It felt like from the time we woke up in the morning, we were charging.
A lot
everything.
of people are out of power. We're lucky that we haven't lost power yet.
So it's like we had our things charging all day long. Everything's charging. We got an interview tomorrow morning, and like everything is just charging. We're sitting there trying to figure out like what we're going to do about this interview, just in case we do lose power or something happen. But I mean. As I'm looking outside right now, we're not losing power. I think everything's fine. It may flicker a little bit, maybe, if it picks up a little bit more, but I think we're pretty much in the clear with this thing. It's just one of those... I
love how you say that. We still got 11 hours to go.
We have 11 hours to go, but I mean, like, this is nothing, man. This is freaking nothing. I had a couple of days off of work to relax, which is great because...
Yeah, but the hurricane, when we first came down, Matthew was nothing. That one was nothing. And we lost power for weeks.
We lost power because like the wind was a lot worse than this, from what I remember. Because I remember that fence was just blowing all over the place, man. It was bad. The garbage was blowing all over the place, and it was still on the back porch. Things were blowing around, and this is nothing compared to that. That was a bad one, and that was a legit Category 2. This is like a freaking Category tropical storm. That's what the fuck this is, man. This is just a rainy day. Shit, I mean, like, I piss more than this rain. This is nothing, dude.
Are you nuts?
This is nothing. I'm sorry.
My God.
I'm sorry. To me, this is nothing. Like we've seen worse. We've been through worse. I don't think this is much of anything to worry about, which is awesome. Like I was saying, we were really freaking bored. We just kind of sat around dreading losing power all day long, and we played Call of Duty for a little bit, and we bitched a lot about that game last time, and we're just trying to find something to pass the time now because... We normally play a game all day, no matter something. We're playing something all day, and we're at the end of our ropes right now. We don't have anything, and we just kind of sat around. We even contemplated paying a month of DC Universe so we can unlock all the shit to run.
Because when nothing is unlocked, that game sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I can go on Elder Scrolls right now, not have a membership, and be able to run whatever the hell I want to run, and everything is fine.
Mm-hmm.
I have all my gear. I have everything I need. DC Universe, they lock everything.
Behind a paywall.
Yeah, you can only play a certain amount of the game, and you can't do anything else. And it's ass. But that game sucks. Do you really want to waste?
Yeah.
I mean, for two of us to play, that's $30 right there. And for how many days? Because it's not going to be. It's not going to be the whole month.
We thought about it today, and it was just like, yeah, maybe not. And we got the word back that I'll probably be going back to work tomorrow. So.
Which is dumb.
Yeah, but it's so weird. Like they shut down because they were expecting this huge storm, because the news was building this thing up to like be like the biggest storm on fucking planet Earth, the biggest storm we've ever seen, And they shut us down on Monday, and I had Tuesday and Wednesday off waiting for this storm to hit, and today, kind of came in with a whimper, and then I guess they're monitoring it. And they're like, yeah, it's not that bad, and most of my company's base down here is in Charleston, so they know more than us because they're there. Obviously, they can physically see what's going on, so they probably.
Are they there though? Charleston was evacuated.
I don't know. I mean, like just like here,
they're probably
they evacuated here too.
In like Tennessee, like fucking.
Yeah. Well, they evacuated here too, but
well, no, they evacuated the coast. They didn't evacuate
certain areas, and not everyone leaves. It's not like these mandatory, like, you have to get out or we're going to lock you up in jail or some shit. It's like one of those things where you just do it. If you don't do it, you face the consequences. But, I mean, I don't think they got hit too bad. We got lucky yet again. Thank you for, whatever, your thoughts, because there were a couple people that reached out to us. And we appreciate that. Some of our fans and listeners out there, and they care about us, and I don't think they care about us with the show.
We got 2 more months to get through.
Couple more months of this bullshit.
And then we'll be good until next year.
I think we'll be fine. We're doing okay right now. The power's on still. We got food in our bellies, and awesome news that happened this morning. I'm sitting there by the fridge, and I'm counting the beers that we had left over. And I'm like, fuck, there's only 16 beers. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm ready to start day drinking because I think I'm going to be off work.
Okay, so hold on. There were 16 beers for you.
Yeah.
And I think I had like 12 for me. But I'm okay because I don't start as early as you. So that was no big deal.
I get bored.
But
that's why I do it.
You were bitching about it early this morning. So you were going to have to start later.
Because we can't just go to the store in a day like today.
I knew that we had another case put aside.
I don't know why I didn't say anything.
Because if I said something, you would... And immediately, as soon as you saw that other case, you opened one. And I'm like, and that's why I wasn't going to say anything.
The corner of my eye, I saw this beer. I'm like, whoa, there's
like,
a 24-pack.
Like, I was just going to, surprise you, later on this evening when you started to get a little bit low.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look, we got more. And just throw it in there.
Shit. Well,
but
I mean,
no, you found it nice and early.
That's dumb, because let's say, hypothetically,
throw
we
it
did
in
lose
the
power.
fucking freezer. So, well, we got ice.
I don't know.
I stocked up on all sorts of shit in there.
Well,
We're
listen,
good.
I saw that beer, and I was happy. My heart smiled. I was so happy to see that case of beer, because I'm not a beer drinker. I had some rum the other day, and I got sick of it real quick. Like, I just overdid it, and it didn't sit right. And a nasty little hangover one of the days I was off. I don't know if it was because I didn't eat or something like that, but I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. I'm going to drink beer. Now I feel bloated and disgusting again, so I'm going to take a few days off after this and just relax with this shit.
Well, you drink Michelob Ultra, which has, no carbs in it, right?
Very, very little. It's like 2.6 and 90 calories, so it's not, heavy.
Yeah.
So I'll be okay. So tomorrow what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a day off tomorrow. If I'm off Saturday still, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll just get a small bottle.
See, I like it when I have more beer than you, because when you run out, you won't touch mine. You'll open one.
I won't fuck with your shit.
You open one, had a sip or two, and you're like, no, not having it.
I don't know why. I'm super...
Then I'm happy because I got all that beer left for me.
I'm hypersensitive to carbs for some reason. I can taste it in that beer. In this one, I can taste it a little bit, but it's less than half of what yours is. So if I take a sip of your Bud Light, I feel fucking sick to my stomach. It's got a weird taste, a hoppy taste. I don't know. It's so weird.
You're the one that got me on this beer, because what were we drinking before? Busch, right?
Drinking Busch and Miller, and then natural ice.
What was the kind that we drank on Crane Street?
Ooh,
that was the cheapest of the cheap.
It wasn't Keystone. I think it was natural ice.
No, it was something different.
It was either Busch or natural ice. There wasn't many. Keystone was just the shittiest one.
Oh my god, it began with an M. I can't remember what the fuck it was. But it was the nastiest freaking beer. Michelob. It was so disgusting.
I don't know. There's so many nasty ones out there.
But it was the cheapest crap that we can get. Milwaukee's Best.
I
knew it began with an M.
Fuck, that was a bad
one.
Oh
my god, but we disgusting. were back in the days when we were broke.
Poor, and you need some alcohol in your belly. That's the one you drink right there, man. Milwaukee's Beast.
We went from Milwaukee's Best, and then we graduated to Busch.
We classed it up a little bit. Busch wasn't bad.
And then now it's Bud Light and Michelob Ultra.
Yeah.
So
you have yours and I have mine.
We hit the prime.
Yeah,
we're good to go.
I mean, these are expensive beers right here. If you actually go to someone's cookout, you're going to see these beers there. So I feel like we drink stuff other people drink now. Even though I'm going to take a break from this for a while after this week, because I drank beer 3 days this week, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I gotta take a little step back here. Gotta continue to be the keto kid, man. I gotta stay off this shit.
You had a semi-vacation this week.
Yeah, pretty much.
You had a nice long vacation, then you went back to work for a week, and then you got another...
Less than half a day Monday.
Weather vacation.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off, and I'll go back tomorrow for a small day, but whatever.
Well, you'll see.
What the fuck ever. We'll see what happens. I really hope
They already closed the schools down. The schools are done until at least Monday.
Yeah, I would like one more day, because I do get paid tomorrow. I would like to pay some bills and just chill out. Just one more day. That's all I want, is one more day to not go to work. Just chill out.
Plus, we have that interview in the morning. So
yeah,
I don't want to rush that.
No, it definitely won't be rushed because that's at 10 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, and then I would probably have to go. I think they said between 1 and 2 try to open the store. So we'll see what happens. That'll give us plenty. We're not going to do a 3-hour interview with this guy. You know, he could probably talk for 3 hours, so we'll probably do like an hour, maybe an hour and a half, depending on how it goes, you know. I got some good topics lined up and shit like that, and we'll do a little more talking between the two of us off the air and see what we can get done.
Oh, and I have to make a correction, because remember last night we did the podcast and then we went out, and I think we watched SmackDown. It was recorded.
Did we?
And,
yeah, we did.
You're like, did we?
I don't remember.
We were done with the podcast, we went out and we watched that, and I'm like, fuck, man. Because we don't watch wrestling. We don't care for it. It's like very rare that we actually watch it. So we were fast forwarding it. I'm like, we said the wrong goddamn pay-per-view fucking podcast.
People were screaming.
I think I said Stomping Grounds, and it's Clash of Champions.
Clash of whatever the fuck
in
it
2
is.
weeks.
Whatever.
But that bothered me. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Well, I think that goes to show these people out there that are
that
listening.
we don't give a shit.
We really don't. And, like, we are linked up with a wrestling podcast, and it's, like, it's just weird, man. Like, we really don't watch it. And
there's select things that we like, and when that stuff happens, we bring up, like, the Sasha Bailey thing.
The Bailey thing is phenomenal, man. I love that shit. It's fucking awesome.
And whenever the hell it is, in 2 weeks, we'll do the preview or prediction, whatever the fuck.
I don't mind doing the predictions for it, because like, we do keep up with it by the websites and whatnot, just to kind of keep your finger on the pulse of something like that, you know, just...
Well, to see if anything interesting happens, because if something interesting happens, then I'm going to start watching.
I was doing it with General Hospital for a while, too, because I used to watch GH, and then I just stopped caring altogether. I don't even follow it anymore. I used to follow the storylines, kind of like read the magazines and check the websites. I don't care anymore.
Like, my one channel was gone, like, throughout the whole summer, and we just got it back, like, a week ago. So 2 of my soaps are now being on TV, you know, so I happen to be... I don't know if I was in the kitchen. I don't know what the hell I was doing, but I happened to walk by and spot that my soap opera was on the TV. So much crap happened, I had no idea. Like, people that were dead came back to life.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then the person was recast because the other person was on This Is Us.
Okay.
I couldn't think of it. But, like, I don't know. I don't like it. When you're watching a soap opera, it feels like it's moving so damn slow. But then when I miss 2 months of it, like, all this shit happened, and I have no fucking clue what's going on. So I haven't watched it since then, because I'm, like, way too out of the loop at this point. I just don't care. I don't care.
I guess there comes, like, a window of time where you stop caring about something.
General Hospital, too.
So bad.
So confusing. So I haven't watched any of them in quite a while.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's a window of time, I guess. Like, I stopped watching GH, and I think I may have, like, paid attention to it for maybe 6 months, and then I just stopped caring after that. Just dropped it altogether. I just don't give a fuck. I really don't. I don't think I could ever go back to watching that shit again. I don't know what it is about the storylines, or just got too old for it, or just stop caring, man. It's like, there's just so many things in life. Time's too short to keep up with something stupid. I don't think that's why. I thought it was funny.
You stopped watching right after Jason died.
I thought it was funny
because it started getting ridiculous.
Well, the storylines got stupid.
Yeah.
But when he got killed, I laughed because he got kicked like a piece of trash in the water. He
got killed, and then Franco ended up being Todd from One Life to Live.
That was when I stopped watching.
Yeah, like they started bringing these people in. They were supposed to be their characters from One Life to Live, and then there was a lawsuit going on, so then they couldn't do that. They had to be new characters, and it was stupid.
That was when I stopped. I'm checked out. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
It was right around the death of that one dude.
I don't know if I would have kept watching. Who knows? Who knows if I would have
Who's
kept watching?
Who's not dead? Who came back?
Well, that's the thing about soap operas, man. Like, why can't you just fucking not kill somebody? Just say they left or play somebody else.
If there's not a body, the person's not dead.
Even if there is a body,
yeah,
they're not
that's
dead
true
at the
too.
time.
I was just thinking that.
How many fucking Cassidines were put on ice? They were put on ice. They were putting like fucking blocks of ice and then brought back decades later.
Give them a shot, and all of a sudden they're completely fine. Ugh. I don't know.
I mean,
soap operas are fucking funny.
I understand that you're watching a TV show.
So ridiculous.
Weird things happen. But man, some of that crap with the
But they're all rich, and then they can die and come back to life.
They're all rich. They're all great in bed. They're all great in bed, apparently. The last person you had sex with is the best person.
And they all get knocked up immediately.
Oh my! And they faint.
They faint every time they're pregnant. Yeah.
I've never seen a pregnant woman just faint before, just randomly passing out and shit. This sounds like you had a fucking Lamaze class, and they're all this is passed out on the ground.
I've never fainted. I've worked with people that were pregnant, never fainted. I felt morning sickness. I never puked or anything. I never threw up.
They just faint.
A certain smell or whatever will set you off, but no one faints. I've never seen anyone faint.
Bunch of prego bitches just laying on their backs, passed the fuck out.
Jesus Christ! And that's a surefire sign. If you're watching a soap opera and all of a sudden a woman just faints, and you're like, "Oh, yeah, bitch is pregnant." Mm-hmm. Give it a couple weeks, she's gonna come out saying she's fucking pregnant with like 3 different men's babies.
Oh my god!
And it always happens.
Why can't there just be a happy couple on a soap opera?
I don't know.
They all have to have this like conflict, and I understand like conflict is what creates, the interest and brings people in to watch. But like, if you have like 4 couples and all 4 of them have problems, why can't one be happy? Why can't one couple be happy? I think on 90210 you had David and Donna were happy for a very long time. They were the only happy couple that were like normal, and the other ones like Dylan and Kelly and the other bitch. Brenda were all cheating on each other all the time and best friends and all that shit. The turmoil and. The other ones were doing their thing, but like those 2 were always seemed pretty happy for a while. I always thought he was gay in the show. To be honest with you, I don't think he ever dated anybody.
No, he did date. Didn't he date Kelly?
He dated Kelly for a very short time, but that was it. It was like she left him for Dylan or some shit.
He had some random people.
I don't remember him dating very often on the show. I always thought him and Steve were like dating each other, man.
Yeah, who the hell was Steve with?
Steve dated Kelly in like the first episode, and then like she left him, and he could never get over her. After that, he was like always hung up on her for a very long time on that show. But Donna and David were the only 2 that were like happy for a very long time, and then they started having their weird shit going on.
Well, then she dated that fucking
douchebag who couldn't sing with the shit. Right? Yeah. Supposedly they brought him back for that 90210 reunion show thing or whatever the hell. Yeah, some whatever. That's some TMZ shit right there, man. I was searching TMZ today.
Yeah.
And I'm never going to complain about my back again, because there's one person out there that has a lot more back issues.
This dude has had the worst year. Like, I don't know what the fuck.
But he's got a pretty good life. He's got a lot of money in the bank.
It doesn't matter if your back is fucked.
I'll take his back issues and that money. Shit,
we're talking about Kevin Hart. Yeah. If you don't know, he got into that nasty car accident. He wasn't even the one driving. It was some other person.
Yeah, really bad. He got like 3 torn something or others in his back. He had to get some crazy surgery to bring it back. He's on a lot of drugs, and he's just kind of laid up in bed right now. Just not being able to do shit.
That's horrible.
Really serious stuff. Apparently, he had a bunch of movies in the works too. I guess he just finished 2 and 3 more in production or something like that. So, if I was a praying man, I would throw prayers his way.
That sucks, man. Because I love him as an actor. I think he's fucking hilarious.
Well, I don't really care for Kevin Hart much as an actor, but I mean, he didn't seem like a horrible person. I heard him on the Rogan show not too long ago, and he had pretty good positive messages to say to people, and it's inspirational things. You seem like a pretty inspirational guy. I don't have any hatred towards him or anything like that. I just don't really care for him as an actor.
But did you see that 2 of them got massively hurt, and the one bitch just walked out with not a scratch?
The way it is. Some people get luck.
Did you see the car? How the hell did that happen? How did she get out of there without anything wrong with her?
Who knows, man? Just luck, the way the car bent up. She was just happened to be in a non-bent area and crawled out pretty
horrific
easy.
Looking.
It's crazy, man. Like, if, he's going to make a full recovery, they said. It's just going to be a long, hard road back. So, I mean, I don't know what that means.
I'm sure he'll be fine because, the way he works out all the time, I'm sure he'll be motivated enough to get back to doing what he's got to do.
He's got all that money, too. It's not like he's going to be hurting,
He's probably pissed off and going off on people right now.
He probably is. I mean, there's some things in life you just got to be grateful for. Be grateful that you get out of it, Be grateful that you got all your money. You can sit next to your freaking gigantic pool in your backyard and heal and get back to normal. I'm not saying I don't have sympathy for him, but it sucks that he got hurt, but I mean, it could be worse. It could have a worse setup. He came out, he's going to be okay and keep doing his movie thing and keep collecting millions of dollars. So that wasn't the only thing that was on TMZ. The other story that caught my eye was Nicki Minaj apparently retired from music. How much do you care on a scale of 1 to 0?
A negative gazillion.
Yeah. Right.
I don't I'm not a. Is she rap? What is she?
She's a pop rap star.
I don't know. Absolutely not. That's not my type of music. I know a lot of people like her. I know a lot like her, and especially that
she's been around for a while.
Thing that she does with her freaking tongue.
That's the other one.
That's the other one.
That's the other one. Not.
Oh, okay. Well, this one, I don't even know what the hell she sings. What does she sing?
I don't know any of her songs.
But she's only been around for less than 5 years, right?
No, it's been a while. Because I remember when I worked at a Walmart, someone came in asking for a CD, and this is almost a decade ago, maybe. She's been around for a while.
See? I haven't listened to the damn radio in so freaking long. I don't know who these people are anymore.
The only reason why I know her is because I worked in the electronics department at a Walmart years back, and maybe 8, 9, maybe 10 years ago or so. It's been quite a while, and
damn,
someone
really?
asked, someone asked for a Nicki Minaj CD, and I remember they had a weird voice, and I was making fun of it for a while when I came home. The person just screamed it from across the store. You got that Nicki Minaj CD,
dude? I'd never even heard of her until a couple of years ago.
No, I heard of her, but then I don't really listen to music either. I don't listen to anything modern. I listen to old shit 80s stuff. I don't listen to anything modern, so it kind of went in one ear and out the other.
Okay, well I was gonna say she's just started singing. Why is she retiring already? But you're saying that she's been around for a while. Okay,
she's retiring to start a family, so good for her. Retiring to make babies and all that bullshit. And it's once you get to a certain level of fame and you get that kind of money, you can do whatever the hell you want in life. You can start a family.
Why do you have to announce it?
I mean, I guess our fans don't say, "What happened to you, bitch?" Why aren't you doing anything? Why aren't you on the spotlight anymore? Why aren't you doing the red carpet things and commercials and shit?
It's none of your business. Shut the fuck up. And when I put a CD out, then I put a CD out. Why do I have to come out?
Do you think you owe it to people, though, after a while? To kind of announce your next moves?
I don't owe you shit. No. If I don't feel like doing music right now, I don't feel like doing it. Let me get knocked up and have a baby, and then I'll do what I gotta do. I don't understand. I don't understand the whole Hollywood thing where people have to come out and announce certain things. It makes no sense to me. Especially the people that had to come out and say that they're gay. Why? Why? I don't care.
A lot of it is for PR and strategic maneuvering.
But you shouldn't have to do that. I think that's stupid.
Look at that. What the fuck was his name? Jesse Smollett, whatever the fuck his name is. Juicy Jesse. That dumb bitch. Well, the reason why he came out and said he was gay is because he was playing.
Oh, he came out and said he was gay?
Oh yeah, he was playing the gay card hard as hell, man. He would play it all the time.
So what was it, gay bashing then when he got his ass whipped again?
Yeah, it was the gay bashing thing, and he tried to play that card very, very hard.
So the Trump people
strategic
beating his ass. Yeah. That didn't work. So then he said it was gay bashing?
I think they said, I'm trying to remember how the exact story went down with him, because I haven't talked about this in a while on the show. I used to talk about this on the solo when I did a while back.
See, you follow this type of stuff. I have no idea.
But they said something like, "This is MAGA country," and hey, are you that guy from Empire? This is MAGA country, and I think they might have said a gay slur and beat him up, supposedly. And they tied a noose around his neck.
Oh, so it was
that
all
he didn't take
supposed
off
to be wrapped in one. Okay.
Yeah, so I just think he played every card he could and tried to claim that this is why sympathy.
Is he still working?
Me. I don't think so. I think his career's over. I think they pretty much banned him. He's off that Empire show next season. I know that.
Oh, good.
Good. That piece of shit, man. Some people just don't get it. Why can't you just do your job and just be done with it? Some people, they have to make more of it. They gotta make a name for themselves and just play all these cards.
He made a name
sympathy.
For himself.
He's infamous now. He's done. His career's over. Thank goodness. Fuck him, man. I just don't get it. You're already famous, you're on a hit TV show. Just make your money and go away, or move on to the next thing. Why do you have to do all this shit to put a bigger light on yourself?
Yeah, because Empire is a pretty decent show, right? I mean, I know that
it's been
people
around
talk
for a while.
about it.
Yeah, I think it might have won an award.
I've never seen it, but I mean, people talk about it, so I'm assuming it's a good show. Why the hell did you feel you have to do that?
They're trying to raise their own platform. That's what they're doing. Controversy creates cash, man, and I guess
that's why you can't trust people anymore.
No.
You can't trust anybody.
He fucked a lot of people that something bad may happen to in the future, for real, Can you take him seriously? What if some shitty B-list actor, name a shitty B, let's say Alyssa Milano comes out and says she got fucking strangled or some shit.
Are you seriously going to give her a B? She's a B-list actor?
She's probably a D-list right now. She's really low.
She's a low-life piece of shit.
She's such a scumbag. And
why don't we try to get her on here?
No, I wouldn't even waste my time talking to that dumb bitch. Seriously, I can't stand her. She's just... There's something about a celebrity trying to make more of what they are in life. It's just so annoying. Like, dude, you're a fucking actress. Shut up and act. You know, you're not some activist. You're not some important person. And I think this all goes back to having money, because you have money. You don't have to do work. You got that fuck you money where you can do whatever you want in life.
But she's not relevant, so she has to.
She's not.
She has to have her voice out there. That's all.
She's got a Twitter page with 1 million people, so she just
her show got canceled, which is a show that I watched. But her show got canceled, and ever since then, she's been running her mouth all over the fucking place and won't ever shut up. And she's she's nitpicking at people, like pointing people out. Like, why are you doing that?
Shit, like, you're calling people, like you're picking these battles. So you're really punching up in life, Alyssa Milano. You're an idiot. You're not smart.
Like, she thinks she's like know all be all. Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
I think it's because, like, when someone becomes a celebrity and they feel like they're way more important, that their opinions are more valued than others because they have a platform and people pay to see them do shit. You know, like, people used to see her show her tits in Poison Ivy, or whatever the hell that movie was she was in, showing her tits.
Do you see the reviews for her podcast, though?
Oh, they're freaking low as shit, man. Her podcast.
What people are saying? Like,
she is getting
shut up.
Slammed, man. People just go there and just destroy the poor bitch. You know, and I think that's what it is. I think you have more money than brains at some point in life. And, like, you know, a lot of these people, she was an actress as a young kid. So I don't know what her intelligence level is, or if she went to school, or if she got pulled out early to get private tutoring, didn't get the level that she probably should have gotten.
Okay, I did. All right, you brought that up. I didn't think about that. She was a kid actress, so
she grew up with this warped sense of reality.
And then you figured there wasn't much time. Well, when did Who's the Boss end?
Probably like 90, 91 maybe.
Okay, and then just a few years later, she did Charmed, right?
Yeah.
So she only had a couple years off. During that time, she was dating people.
She did movies too, like B movies. Like that movie Poison Ivy was one I remember.
Who did she date? She dated somebody that was like a drug addict.
A lot of losers, yeah. She got into. She made a lot of horrible decisions in life too. She was no angel.
She did Charmed, and then fell to the face of the earth, and then she did Mistresses, which only lasted a few seasons,
and something on Netflix that didn't do much, like some show, a very small role in some Netflix show. I don't know. I'm not going to bash her career.
No, I think she just needs to. Her money. No, because everything she's been in, I've liked.
Yeah, she made her money.
Just on Twitter or whatever, someone needs to just ban her. Just tell her to just shut up.
It's not just her too. There's a lot of them out there that have these political opinions, and it's like, you're a fucking actor. You're an actress.
But it's not an opinion. They act like they're right.
Yeah, they do, and they all band together.
They don't just say, "Well, this is how I feel." No, they're like, "No, how you feel is wrong."
Yeah,
and how I feel is right. And I don't like people like that. Like, just have a normal conversation about it.
You got your social justice people on one side, and they feel like, you know, just because what they say may sound right off the tip of their tongue to their own ears, that it's just a popular opinion. It's just the way it should be, you know, and. They try to change people's way of thinking, and you got two types of people. You got the ones out there that want to move way too far ahead, you know, and you got the other people that are just set in their ways that don't want to listen. You got your older community, I guess you would consider them the Trump people. You know, they like their guns, they like this, they like that. They're set in their ways, they don't want to change. That's understandable. And you got your other ones who are like, no, we have to include everything and everybody, and you have to just fall in line and move forward. You know, the old way of thinking isn't the way to think anymore, and you got these ideologies, they're button heads, man. These people don't know how to...
Why can't anyone come to an agreement?
It's impossible.
Or just sit there and just be like, well, I believe in this, you believe in that, let's come to a compromise. Why can't that happen?
Well, I think the way we think about things is pretty good.
Because we kind of believe certain things on both sides.
Yeah, we kind of pick what we like from each side,
hit like on one area, but like the one side is just fucking so far gone at this point that I don't even want to be associated with them anymore.
It's so bad. They're so delusional, and it's just it's insane. Like, they're drinking this freaking juice, man.
They've all gone crazy. I don't understand.
Absolutely nuts. Every day there's reports like how crazy the left has gotten. And the right, you know, there's a lot of stubborn people on the right, and I could probably never sit and have a conversation with someone so far right because they're way too right.
Which is why we're pretty much in the middle, because we can agree
we're right there in the middle.
Things on either side. So
I mean, like, for instance, like when you look at the major issues, I feel like, you know, what the fuck is it? The fuck is it called? Abortion. I don't know how the fuck I couldn't remember that word, abortion. I was just listening to the wind blowing outside. I believe,
but I think that's a woman's choice.
For sure, the woman and the man. The man.
Oh no! Well, that's what I'm. Like, it should be a choice. Don't take that away from people. Like, why? What the fuck are you telling me I can't do what I want?
After a month, I mean, like, or 2 months, or whatever the scientific, you know, answer for that is.
And I'm not going to say, But there was the one podcast that just kept hammering it in with a 9-month freaking abortion. I'm like,
that's not what they said was
the
going
fuck
to happen.
Does that?
They didn't say you can abort a kid after 9 months.
Oh my god! And they kept hammering it in, and I just wanted to freaking pound my fist in the wall.
It was so bad, and I almost stopped listening to that one.
Oh god! Like, but thankfully that has slowed down, and that stopped.
So close.
But it's just like certain people, like they don't seem to get because they have an idea in their head. Well, no, they mean this. Like that's not what they said. I don't know.
I mean, like that's something that
politics
we're on the left,
suck,
like,
man. Because people hear what they want to hear.
We're on the left with that. We're on the left with a couple things, like gay marriage. We're on the left on we don't care about gay marriage. You can do what you want as long as you be happy.
If shit doesn't bother me, like
be happy.
hurt me in any way, you do what the fuck you want.
I think the right's way too insane when it comes to religion, and I think the left gets it right as far as like leave religion out of it for the most part.
But you should also be able to have guns.
Of course,
you should also be able to.
We're on the right with the guns. Yeah, we're on the right with a lot of things. The whole family values thing we're on the right with,
there's just, I guess, I don't know.
Yeah, the taxation is shit. We're on the left when it comes to marijuana and drugs and shit like that, Certain things like that I think should be legalized, but basically what we're saying is like there needs to be a compromise.
There should be a compromise in every goddamn thing.
Yeah, the left are just fucking insane.
But the left are too insane for me to associate with them right now, so fuck
you.
you. I don't want anything to do with any of you right now.
In the middle, man. I'm bipartisan. We're fucking right there in the middle of this bullshit.
We'll check back in 5-6 years and see what happens.
But I'll tell you what, if the left can come through with the promise, and they have to come through with this one, man, that forgive everyone's student loans, I think that would be enough to get them back in office. Because that's huge, man. A lot of people are like $20,000, $30,000, $100,000 in debt.
How much student loans do you still have?
It's like $19,000.
$19,000, and that was
a very short time years ago. So
9 years ago, because Jenna was born, and you still have $19,000. That for what?
It's exactly for what? And I think in college is the biggest scam of all time.
It's
a fucking scam. You learn everything you need to know by the time you graduate high school.
You want people to have jobs. You want people to be smart. You want people to be able to produce and do all these things, right? But then they have to pay thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars.
A piece of paper that doesn't guarantee a job.
No.
It really doesn't. The job I'm
working
right now...
I never went to college.
Yeah, the job I'm working right now, I get paid more than most people with college educations. And it's like, wait a second. Why? And I don't get it, man. The whole college thing's a freaking scam.
And you went for what? 6 months?
Very short time, yeah. It's a fucking scam. So
6 months, and you still owe $19,000.
That's the only thing that I would vote Democrat on is if they were to promise it and get it done, because they have a very good plan in place. They were going to tax, I think, the stock market or something like that, a very small percent, like they wouldn't even notice it, the tax, but they would take that money and use it to forgive student loans, which would save a lot of people, because you spend your entire life paying this shit off. A doctor, a very successful doctor, is still paying hundreds of thousands of dollars off. You
come out of high school and you're in debt immediately. You can't get a credit card.
Why are we keeping each other in debt? Why are we doing that to each other? Why are we doing that in this country where people are so far in debt that they can't come out of it? It's like you're always in debt. I guarantee you, if you talk to 10 of your friends right now, you call 10 of your friends up, you look at your cell phone and call them and say, hey, how much debt do you have? I guarantee you, not one of them is going to say, oh, I got nothing. Well, my shit's paid off.
I don't have 10 friends, so...
I don't have any either. I love it, man. I love it.
I got one, and I'll be honest with you, I don't even know if she went to school. I never even had thought to ask her that question. I don't think so, because she worked in the supermarket with me.
That's a very personal level you have with this friend of yours.
I know.
Motherfucker, man.
Oh, God.
So yeah, man, we got that, and right now, as I'm listening to the storm outside, it's just kind of not happening. I love this, man. We're gonna wake up tomorrow morning, and everything's gonna be back to normal again. The sun's gonna be out, and that's one. Cool
tomorrow's
thing.
Gonna be nice out. It's gonna be nice and sunny, and I think 84. It's gonna be nice out.
One cool thing about living in the South is you may get a hurricane, but it'll last for a day. And then you're back to like normal weather again. You might have flooding a little bit, but the weather's
like
back.
It never happened.
Yeah, it's not like snow where it's there for weeks on end. Well, gets dirty and black.
I'll say this again. We actually got this house in the most perfect area. We have not been hit badly ever, and since we've been down here, the surrounding areas have all been flooded. Like, I don't know how we ended up with such a good area that we live in, that we don't have to worry about. We don't even have flood insurance because it's not needed in the area that we're at.
Lucky for us.
We literally don't get water pooled up at all. It's like our ground sucks it all in.
I love it, man.
But my dad, who lives in the neighborhood but towards the back...
He had to get flood insurance.
He had to get flood insurance.
He was in the zone. He was in a certain zone.
Yeah, when he gets water, like, it doesn't... That ground does not suck that shit in. Mm-hmm. It pools all around his house. It's the weirdest thing, because it's the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we've been very, very, very lucky. And it makes me worry to ever want... Like, because I would love to move to a different house, because... Yeah. I just would love to, but because this is a perfect house. We don't get any freaking trouble.
I'm happy with it.
I know you're happy.
The thing I like about this house is it may not be the biggest house, may not be the nicest house on the block, but you know what? It's ours, and all of our shit's in here. That's basically what a house is. You sleep in it, and you store your shit there. That's really all it's there for.
I'm here all the time.
Yeah, that's really all it is to me. I mean, it's got all my shit in it, and I can sleep in there at night. And that's really...
Yeah, because you're gone all damn day.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'd rather not be. I'd rather be home. Once this thing's paid off, I kind of want to do that more, just kind of hang out here and all. But I talked about that enough, over the course of the 120-something-odd episodes we put out this damn podcast. And 120-some-odd episodes.
Is it 120?
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, my God. You talk too much.
Maybe. I think out of those 120, I would say 80 of them has been with you, so shit. We've done quite a bit, and... there's going to be more to come, obviously. But I do want to get back to talk about your dad for a second, because you did bring up something that we talked about the other day about that dog getting fat. They have a little baby dog.
Okay, listen. All right.
They have a little baby. What kind of dog is it?
I said maybe...
What kind of dog is it?
I don't...
It's like a little fluff. It's like a
I said about 5 episodes back that I was very upset. Maybe it was more than that, because Dessa died. They had... 2 dogs and then 1 dog passed away or whatever. And I was very upset because we were talking about it, and I'm just like, they've had since... Let's see, I'm trying to think. They had 2 min pins, then a dog I never even got to meet, and then Dessa, so that's 4, and then this one, which I think is a Maltipoo? Maltipoo?
No idea what that is. It's just a little shit.
Maltipoo? It's like half poodle, half Maltese, or it's a weird combination. Ugliest dog I've ever seen.
I think it was cute.
No, it's cute, but it's like it's not something like, why would you mix those 2 dogs together? It's beyond me. It's got the curliest hair. I don't know. It's weird looking dog. But so this is a tiny thing, a little ankle biter. Not a big deal, and. I used to hate going over there because he would go over there and the dog was a puppy. So when it's a puppy, it's like jumping and it's biting and it was chewing on my jeans. And like, Jesus Christ, like freaking, can you tell it to stop? Because I'm not going to yell at someone else's dog.
Yeah.
That's your responsibility to train your dog or, whatever. Like, I don't want to be attacked the whole time I'm in your house. So I just went over there the other day. And I went to go see them because I hadn't seen them in a couple months. So stupid because they live in the same neighborhood.
You saw them less or more before we got down here.
Oh my God. But I went over there to see what was going on or whatever. And the dog calmed down completely. Like, completely different dog. Awesome dog. Like, just laid next to my feet. Hyper in the beginning. Like any dog would be because he's got company.
Yeah.
And then just, like, chilled out, laid right next to me, was completely fine. But, man, that dog got fat. And I said to my stepmother, I'm like, the dog's gaining a little bit of weight, don't you think? And she's like, oh, no, it's just because, he just got shaved last week and the hair is starting to grow in. And when he shaved, you could see the rib cage or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I looked at her and I said... Can you see how wide his rib cage is? Like, this is getting to be a fat dog. And I swear to God, they've had... How many did I count? I think 5 dogs. Every single dog has been obese.
Yeah.
Every fucking one.
But why, though?
And then I told you when I came home, I said he has, like, they're like little cat bowls. Like 2 little cat bowls full of dog food. Mm-hmm. Just sitting there. Completely full. But that dog wasn't even eating any of that.
Yep.
Just hanging out with us, waiting for any scrap of whatever to fall to the floor. So I know that they're giving him table food. I'm not an idiot.
Giving your dog table food is like feeding your child poison. It's the worst.
people that are very good with it. They'll give like a little piece here or a little piece there. My parents are not good with it. It's just like, okay, whatever I can't finish, the dog is going to finish. And just like, if there's leftover spaghetti sauce in the pan, just pour it into a fucking bowl. Like it's a goddamn feast.
Everything to the dog.
Fucking that one Thanksgiving.
I was just about to bring that up. A couple years back, there were like 3 full plates of food on the floor, and this dog was eating it all up.
Not the little one. It was
the bigger one, yeah. It was
the
one
big
that passed
pit bull.
away not too long ago, when they had to put to sleep. And that dog probably could have squeezed another couple of years out of life.
Jesus Christ.
Could have had another couple of years if they didn't feed it so damn much.
And I remember saying, like, why? And, like, they'll just, like, oh, it's so funny. Let's pour, like, a cup of beer on the fucking floor and let the dog drink it.
It's fucked up.
I swear to God. Like,
I don't... Dude. Like, dogs can't digest shit the way humans can. It's different, you know?
And that right there is the reason why these dogs have never even had, like, a morsel of table food. Like,
by accident, it was like a hot dog that was dropped in the yard once.
When we first got Punky.
Yeah.
And that was by accident. It fell off the grill. Or whatever, the plate.
And she got it and took it.
She got it before we could get it
All
from
right,
her.
that's fine, you know.
But that was one thing.
Yeah.
We've never given them anything else. And
never
it's
offered them
because
table food once.
of my parents. I don't want...
Or beer. Like, who the fuck gives your dog beer, dude?
They're
like,
fucking morons.
They would pour, like, entire cans of beer on the floor. The dog would just tear it up.
Number one, I don't like dogs that beg. And their dogs are always... If you're at a table, they're right underneath you waiting for anything to drop.
Yep.
You know, and I don't like that. Number two, like... I want them to still eat their normal food.
That's what they're supposed to have. That's why it's
called
dog food.
You give them table food.
That's why it's dog food.
Yeah. They're not going to want their food because your food tastes better.
Of course.
So, I don't know.
They start imposing themselves on you and shit. Like, you have to have a level of separation with your animal where, like, okay, this is mine and that is yours. You have to have this understanding with them.
I knew it was going to happen, and they had this dog. The dog was born December 20th of last year.
Did you know the day?
It was. I know it was a couple days before Christmas because I said you should name him Prancer because he would prance all over the fucking place, and he was a Christmas dog. Awesome. But yeah, so he's not even a year old yet. Not even a year old yet, and this fucking dog
already ruined.
Is overweight. And I just want to punch them both in the face. Like, I don't understand why they don't see it. Why do you not see it?
I don't think they care because they get drunk and they do dumb shit. And like, we have a few drinks. We're having a few drinks right now, as a matter of fact.
But our dogs have still never had table food. Like, there is control. You can have control. Like, I don't understand. And we feed these dogs. Our dogs get treats, dog treats. You know,
yeah.
But
bacon strips.
One time, okay. So, we did fib a little bit. I remember one time that Punky, I think it was Punky, that had diarrhea or whatever, and I looked up online to give her a banana.
Oh, okay. So
and I did try to give it to her, and she refused, because she's a diva.
Yeah.
She refused to eat it, but the other one ate it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that was because, like, she had an upset stomach, and I was trying to help her out, but, like... I just don't know. Like, my dad will just give them, like, a ribeye bone or, like, you know, fucking whatever.
Bones, steaks, and there were full steaks thrown on the floor for this dog because, like, he would get so drunk, he would just do it, just give it away.
Now, you have said, like, the day that these dogs are on their way out,
I'm going to make them a nice steak.
We'll cook them a nice meal. But, like, that's it. Like...
Give them a nice steak, and like the day before we have to put them down or something, you know, we're gonna cook them a nice steak, potato, or just a nice meal that they would never normally get, you know.
I know other people feed their dogs table food once in a while, but like my parents, man,
they do it all the time.
They do it so much that I'm just like, I can never
do
that to my dogs because they're all overweight. This dog has been less than a year,
they
man.
Get fat. They're not supposed to eat this shit. That's why they have dog food
it's
in bags.
Fucking...
It's meant for them. Like, their nutrition and everything is made that way for dogs.
It's the tiniest fucking dog.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking overweight, and like I should have taken a damn picture.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen it because I saw pictures of the dog before, and it like looked like a stuffed animal. It was so tiny and little before.
It was like one of those teddy bear stuffed animal dogs. It doesn't look like that no more, man. It grew. It grew
like a Beanie Baby.
It grew into its fur, and now it's like I don't know. It's overweight. It's just oh god, fucking hell.
I'm sure glad we figured out this buzzing sound finally on the podcast, and that it was because of all our electronics that were on the table. So it does suck now that we can't have them on the table to do research and shit like that.
I want to know how other people can do it. We got to figure that out because it does stink not being able to look stuff up. Or
there's a cable or something like a jack that I put in the thing. I'll find it. But there's like something that like stops static electricity or electric surges from the microphone. I gotta find it. But man, Facebook is fucking stupid too, man. We talked about this already, and Facebook still hasn't given the page back yet. It's there. People are requesting to join the group.
Yeah, you're getting emails because people want to join the group, but we can't.
We can't accept them because they want my real name. I don't want to give you that. God damn it! Can I have something to myself? So what I'm thinking is maybe like I have to create a personal page and then
just do like a Joe Schmo.
Yeah,
John Smith.
I was just thinking John Smith. Yeah,
Becky Collins. Like something.
I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something because I was enjoying the back and forth. There's a lot of feedback going on there.
There was a lot of feedback.
It was getting really good, and the page started getting people likes and shit like that because we never really fucked around with it before. But now there's a lot of things going on there.
We were doing really good. So, yeah, we'll have to make a fake profile.
It'll come back eventually. Something will happen there. It sucks because I was enjoying the feedback. There was a lot of direct feedback there. Twitter's getting really good too.
And I knew Facebook, once it got going, that it would be okay because a lot of people are on Facebook.
Twitter too is getting better. There's a lot of feedback on Twitter. We're getting a lot of beeps in the middle of the night now. They're waking us up, bling bling.
No, they are not. They are not.
Well, I'm always up at night.
You're up.
And I hear it. So
I sleep right through that shit. You can beep all night long. I don't hear it. So
speaking of Twitter, Dana liked one of my tweets today.
Oh, fuck me.
So I'm very happy and pleased with that. Every time I see a like from Dana, I get very happy.
You're talking about Dana Lash.
She said something
fucking funny. So.
Oh my God, she could be a stand-up comedian, man. She's fucking hysterical. Like she has a career doing that. If she ever gives up the podcasting thing, which I hope she doesn't.
She talked about head lice in school because, dude, I'm terrified of head lice now.
She's shave all their heads.
What do I say to these kids? If you go to school and you come back with head lice, I'm not dealing with it, and I will shave your head. Like Samantha laughs. I don't think she realizes I will shave your fucking head because you cannot get rid of them. They have mutated. They are like, what did she say?
It's Teenage Mutant
Ninja Lice,
head lice or some shit. Oh my God, I lost it.
They're not lice from when we were kids where you just use that Nix and it's gone, you comb it out and it's done. You can't kill these things anymore. So I swear to God, these kids come in with lice. I'm shaving their heads. It's going to suck and they'll be embarrassed, but you know what? Hair grows back. I'm not dealing with it.
What is it about things like that? Very annoying creatures that get stronger?
I don't know.
What
it's
purpose?
Just mutations, I guess.
What purpose do lice have?
Well, everything adapts to its surroundings, and if it's getting killed off,
maybe
then they're going to mutate to. What are you doing? Because seriously, it doesn't look very appealing right now. What are you doing?
It looks like I'm beating off under the table. For those of you that can't see us,
It reminds me of Joe on Impractical Jokers, that one episode where they're he was Jerk Off Joe or something.
Jerk Off Joe.
And he was making a stupid motion behind every freaking object. That's what it looks like right now.
I'm actually tugging on my ball hair. That's what I'm
doing. Oh my God, I'm sorry, I fucking asked.
You asked, I'm telling you. No, I'm sitting here and I'm trying to make plans for tomorrow because I got to wake up a little early.
As you tug on your ball hair.
Well, I have to wake up a little early tomorrow and I got to do some shit because we got the interview tomorrow morning, a very big interview that I'm excited about. We got that. And I got to go to work apparently tomorrow. Hopefully I don't have to go to work and I wake up in the morning. I don't have to do that, so we can prepare for the interview and then celebrate afterwards. After we're done, we can have a cocktail or whatever the hell. Get paid tomorrow. A lot of good things happening tomorrow. I don't want to go back to work. I really fucking don't. Another day would be nice because I would rather have it be
Are you writing stuff down? Because I am not writing anything down.
Yeah, a couple things. But my whole thing is if there's a situation where you have to evacuate because they're saying this weather is going to be so bad, right? What they should do is be like, okay, we're going to not open the store tomorrow because that's no kind of time to get people back if they evacuate.
No, because the store is going to be here until 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. What they should have said was, okay, today's Thursday, we're going to open on Saturday. Make sure your team's in place. Make sure your people are ready. Have them come home tomorrow if everything's safe, and then we'll reopen Saturday. Fine. Don't be like, okay, we're going to open tomorrow at this time. Wait, what? I mean, we didn't evacuate, but we don't evacuate because we're not pussies. So.
telling you, if there's a big storm coming here, I'm going to be hitchhiking my ass out the fuck of this area.
I mean, if there was a Category 5 and it was headed straight on, like, not the eye, like, miles and miles away.
That was last year.
Maybe.
But it changed right before we got here, because I was freaking the fuck out last year.
You got to stop watching the news, man. I watch the news and I get off on it. I love watching the news because people, they get so... And they try to, like, promise it to you. And we're going full circle on it.
You keep saying stuff like that, and one of these times they're going to be fucking right, and we're going to be stuck here, and I'm going to be fucking horrified
we won't
the
be
whole
stuck
damn
here.
time.
We won't be stuck here, only because...
Well, we're going to be one of those idiots driving in the rain.
We're going to be that asshole with their Jeep in the middle of the beach.
Oh my god.
No, well, we're not going to be this way because
we're going
to have a better car.
Have you seen the stupid pictures that people are photoshopping now?
You know what we should get?
What?
We should get a van.
A van?
A van. Fucking like a rapey looking van.
A rapey looking van?
We need to get a van. We should get a van. Like something where like the kids can have like a bed in the back, the dogs can run around, put their cages in there.
Oh yeah, because that would be I'm just saying, so much fun.
How cool would that be to get like a 2-seater van, right? And you put like a couch in there, have like a little shag van kind of set up. But
dude, are you?
But for the family, how cool would that be? A fucking van.
No, might as well get one of those trucks with the trailer behind it.
No.
The small, I'm talking the small one.
I don't like those. The reason why I don't like those is because, like, if I'm driving the truck, my constant fear would be, like, the thing becomes unhitched and you guys go rolling off on the highway.
The ones that are hooked. I don't know what those are called. It's a truck in the front, but the thing goes over the hood, and it's all attached. It's all attached.
You're talking about, like, an RV like Dale on The Walking Dead has?
Very, very small RV, not one of those big-ass ones.
I'd be cool with that.
Small one.
So, like, if I could be driving, I can turn and look, and I can see you guys, like, hanging out in the kitchen or something. That would be cool. That's something that I would want. Something like that in the future.
That would be okay with the dogs running around and stuff, because, that would be neat.
How fucking scary would that be, though? So, like, you have one of these things, right? And you, like, veer off to, like, a fucking forest or some shit out in the woods.
Why would you go to a forest? Why would you do that?
Go to, like, a rest stop or some shit, and you're sitting there... Like, you're in there, and people are just walking by the forest. You know, they're walking by in the forest. Or you hear animals and wolves and shit. And
we would have to be, like, in, like, a
what happens if you get a flat
Walmart parking lot or something, because that's allowed.
Under a light.
So, asshole teenage kids out there drinking in the Walmart parking lot would be loud as hell. We would get no sleep.
I mean, it's still, like, I don't know. Like, do you think that would be scary? Because, like, you don't really feel like you're in a house or anything, because you're... there's something about a house feels like a home, like you're in your house, that's your place, you don't really feel too much concern. But if you're in an RV and you're like,
remember the people that lived across the street, that's what I was talking about. That's like a mini RV or something.
Yeah. I like it because, I mean,
that's
you
cute.
Could fit a few people in there.
Camper RV.
As long as you could sit around like a table and have a meal, have a bathroom in there, I could pull over, take a shit or something. Who knows, man? It would be nice.
Oh, my God.
You have like cabinets, drinks and shit.
As long as you learn how to hook up the water and the...
that's easy. That's easy. There's a thing on the side.
The toilet.
There's a panel on the side that you hook a hose to that it all just
electricity.
goes out. Yeah. I don't see why not. Well, the electricity thing, there's like a port you pull up to. They have like those stands or some shit where you just plug in and kind of do your thing.
One of those would be nice. Maybe when the kids get old enough to get the fuck out, we can actually do something.
Get the fuck out. Well, we're stuck with one forever, I think. So.
God.
The autistic one. But that's fine,
you want to talk about the NFL tickets that you got?
How hard are these things to give away? They're fucking...
Apparently not, because you just were rambling off to everybody the other night.
I was trying to give these tickets away. I mean, it's the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles, two teams I absolutely hate. I've never hated a football team more than these two teams. They're playing each other next week.
In a suite, right?
Yeah, they're sweet tickets, and I don't want to go. And the more I think about it, now that I'm sober, I don't think I'm going. So I offered one to like a manager, and he was all happy and thanks, and I offered some to Stevie, but he never got back to me. So I'm like, all right. So
that's not okay. You said to the manager, it was like the weirdest. Let me tell you, people, this was the weirdest thing. It was like the nerd was asking this dude out on a date. I've never seen anything like it.
So weird, right?
Do you have it? I wouldn't read the whole thing. I would just read that one text. Do you still have it or no?
I don't remember.
It was something like, hey, so I was wondering if maybe you would like to go with me to a football game. And the dude, like,
he was so
freaked
happy.
the hell up.
He was so happy.
He's like, "Are you serious? Don't be messing with me." And it was just like this weird love fest that was going back and forth. And I'm like, what the hell?
Him and I get along very well.
But so don't say that you were giving one away from it, because you told him that you were going, so you got to figure out what
I told him I was going to go, but then I can get out of it easy because I'm still going to give him the ticket.
The thing is, it's a night game.
Yeah. It's a night game
in Atlanta, and that sucks.
I don't want to be stuck out there, and so I'm going to give him the ticket. And if Stevie wants one, I'll give him one, and he can hang out with all those people for my company. That'd be kind of cool. This fucking pro wrestler just hanging out with people for my company.
And they're going to be like, well, "How'd you get a ticket?" The nerd. They're going to be like, "Who the fuck is the nerd? From Voices of Misery? What the fuck is that?" Oh my god, that's going to be a nightmare.
We are pretty popular in Atlanta. I'm sure if I said anybody in Atlanta want this ticket, I'm sure we'll get a lot of replies. So, I mean, we get most of our listeners are in Georgia. Isn't that fucking creepy? Like, a lot of listeners in Georgia.
Georgia and New York.
Georgia, and thank you, New Yorkers. You rat loving. Hey, what's up with the rat problem up there, by the way, in New York, man?
Are you talking about the city? Because
you're talking about mutating, and there's a lot of rats there in New York. Yeah, like in the city.
I've never lived in the city, so I don't know.
Dude, hundreds of thousands of them just living under the ground, like under the freaking and they're coming out because they're so overpopulated. They're coming out like onto the street like they're just regular people now and shit. They're just running the streets there in New York, like not during the daytime, but at night they're all over the place.
It's okay if they run the streets because I can get away from them, but they're in my house. Then I have a fucking problem.
I mean, they're infested. They have a huge rat problem right now. They
don't
know
why
how
don't
to
they
handle
drop
it.
like some kind of thing down there to
fucking? They need
to gas them out.
There's so many. There's so many. Like what they're going to do is they're going to get sick and die in the street. I don't think they want that either because they're going to get sick, cough, come up
sick and die in the sewer. Can't you just drop something down there?
How about just put a couple of cats down there? A couple of really mean cats, like badass cats. Just throw them down there and just have them fucking fight
like
to
a tiger?
Who knows? No, a tiger.
Leopard?
I don't think we'll fuck with those things. I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, that whole thing, the whole problem there in the city. And I hate going to the city, and I don't have a problem with city people. I just don't like the lifestyle. I don't know what it is about the city.
I haven't been there in so long.
Yeah, I don't know. Like people that are from there are very proud to be in there, and it's a very nice place. A lot of history, a lot of historic
it's good
buildings. Oh yeah,
I remember
good shopping.
that from the last time I was there. It was
good
awesome
food.
Fucking shopping and food.
Good food and good entertainment, man. Like we can leave the house right now and find something to do at any given time throughout the day. I used to love visiting there, but living there, I don't know how people can live there in a city. It's insane. Constant noise.
I couldn't. No, only because it's just so busy, and I'm like down here is too slow.
I love it though.
The city is too busy.
Yeah.
Upstate New York was quick. It was fast paced, but it wasn't like too fast.
You had
like,
areas where it was quiet, like where we lived on Helderberg Ave.
But the city is
Very
just
quiet.
like boom, 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 and like you don't know, like you better pay attention where the fuck your kids are because.
I mean,
every time I've gone, of course, I've always gone into the touristy areas too. Mm-hmm. So I don't know.
They're all touristy in Manhattan.
Are they?
Pretty much.
Well, I don't know.
Pretty much everything's touristy.
See, I was super young when we were there, so I don't know, but I do remember fucking shopping and having like the time of my fucking life doing that. Yeah. And they had a good ass sub shop up there. I don't even know the name of it. It was freaking amazing.
Chicago
food.
Pizzeria was a place I went to, and it was called Chicago, ironically enough. And they had pizza that was the size of this freaking laptop screen, and it was so nice and so good. I remember my buddy and I, we got 2 slices of pizza. That was the same night we had a happy ending.
And that okay, great. That I literally just caught that. And that they had a big toy store, right? Yeah. Is that still there?
FEO Schwartz? I think they closed. I think that was
I'm not fun to go into.
This is why we need the computer. We need to be fact checked, damn it.
Seriously, we sound like fucking morons now.
We are morons. But that's
we're usually morons, but it would be nice to be like, well, let me look real quick. We can't fucking do it anymore.
Well, we can. I mean, I think so. Let's see.
I think it was FAO Schwartz or whatever the fuck. And was that the one that was in Big? No, not Big. Yeah, it was Big.
Yeah, it was Big. It was when he
was on the piano. Okay. I don't know. We should bring these kids up there one day.
No, thanks. No, fucking thanks. Screw that. Yeah,
these poor kids
they're still open. FEO Schwartz is still open according to the internet here. Yeah, according to
I would think so, because it's a city. They probably get a ton of money.
But it says FEO Schwartz is back in New York. Here's what his new store looks like. So maybe they did close for a short time and came back. So we'll see.
Well, Toys R Us closed down, and they're supposed to be opening a few stores. So Let's hope one of them is here, but I doubt it.
Toys R Us needs to come back. I miss that fucking store, man. And, like, I didn't like it for us. I liked it because our daughter has very unique, eclectic taste in toys, and she misses things. And if she doesn't have a certain toy from a set, we're not going to see it at Walmart ever because they only get certain things.
But Toys R Us always had it. Everywhere. No matter what she was looking for, Toys R Us had it.
It made me happy to bring her there because, like, her thing is toys. She likes getting toys and presents. Mm-hmm. So if I'm like, hey, you know, you're going to save up your allowance and we're going to go here, that would be a day to look forward to. We put on the calendar.
How many times did they save up their allowance and get allowed to go there? Mm-hmm. And, like...
It was awesome.
She would go... We would have to go down every single aisle and somehow, like... I swear to God, she's got, like, some sort of memory. You could just go down the aisle once. She would know, like, after, like, 10 aisles, okay, I need to go back to that aisle. Yep. I already saw something that I wanted. Yep. As long as you went down every single aisle, she would, at the end of it, she'd be like, nope, this is the aisle I want to go in, and we would bring her, and she'd get her stuff.
It's fucking insane, because she has a million toys in that room.
And I can't throw any of them out.
Yeah, she will know the exact second you throw something out. It's like she takes daily inventory. It's crazy, man. But
it sucks, because her room, like...
There will be some lucky
It sounds
kid
like
one day.
I know, I just like...
Well, she gets spoiled, and for good reason, you know?
They do, but they also have allowance that they do buy the stuff with, and then they had Christmas and stuff, but I can't throw any of it out. It stresses me out going in her room, because I like to, like, in the fall and in the spring is when I like to clean out stuff and just toss shit out. If you're not playing with it, if you're not using it, if we're not using it, it's trash. I don't want to clutter this house. Can't do that. I've learned my lesson. She gets very mad when she comes home from school, and somehow she realizes something's fucking missing.
She just knows. It's like she feels lighter.
The smallest freaking little minuscule fucking thing, a pirate flag.
There's a pirate flag on a castle. Yes, a pirate flag on a goddamn castle, man. Oh my god. So
whatever.
Oh, I just wanted to say hello to our friends in Brazil and Russia. We have a fan in Russia now, ladies and gentlemen. So please. Don't hack our Podbean numbers.
Oh my god.
Or whatever the hell. What the hell do they say in Russia? If he dies, he dies. Is that what they say there, or is that just a movie I saw?
That's just a fucking movie, man. Okay. You're gonna start pissing people off.
No.
That
our friends in Moscow.
Although he was in another movie. What movie was it? Because we were literally
He was in something just not too long ago. Because I'm like, that's Ivan Drago, and you didn't believe me. And he looked different. He had hair. He spoke like with an American accent. Because I don't even know if he's Russian. I don't think he is Russian even.
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
Was it Spider-Man?
I think it was Spider-Man. It was something, man.
I'm trying to think what the hell I watched recently. Like the old Spider-Man with
Tobey Maguire?
No. Garfield.
Andrew Garfield, yeah. So not the second oldest one.
No, maybe it wasn't Spider-Man. I don't remember.
I don't know. He was in something that was really good that we were
Justice
watching.
League.
Well, the problem with that
for fuck's sakes, it was a superhero movie.
The problem with that is, like, we have no memory at all, man, so...
And it was literally just the other day.
Oh, God.
We're fucking pathetic.
We're not that bad. I mean, yeah, we are, but still, it's not...
Yeah, but how many of our listeners actually just listen to us just to fucking laugh at how stupid we are?
You know what? If that's the cause for concern, then I don't think we have much to worry about. And I think these people out there probably have a lot of the same problems, hopefully, you know, and that's what we're here for, to provide...
I hope people don't have the same problems, because this is pathetic.
We provide hope to people, like, you know, like, your life isn't that bad because
it doesn't get any better.
No, it doesn't get any better. I'm 37, you're 47. And
47?
Dude,
I'll be 40 in November. Don't be pushing it.
Oh my god, you're going to be 40. I can't fuck a 40-year-old, man. Listen, you're getting too old for me, alright? You're getting too old.
Good.
You're getting too old.
Good. Use your hand and it's all good, baby.
Oh my god.
See, you want to keep going there.
We just talked about this the other day, didn't we? So yeah, this fucking store, man. I don't know. This is like really nice. I'm very happy with this. I got a couple of days off of work and we're just hanging out doing podcasts and got another interview tomorrow. It's, you know, things are going really well. We've got a full slate of interviews, I think, this month, don't we? We talked about this and we were kind of penciling things in and figuring things out. I think we got one every single week. I think. I don't even know, because I only remember tomorrow's episode. I don't remember what the hell the rest of them were. Oh, no, I do remember the other
one. No, we have one on backup. We have two on backup.
I remember the other guy, yeah. So, yeah, we got some shit going on, man. There's a lot of things
We got three on backup.
What the fuck? What the fuck is going on here, man?
Yeah, we have three we're supposed to be penciling in that we don't have dates yet.
Well, the third one we'll have to talk about when we take our break in a minute. Our like, mid-podcast break and come back, because I don't remember who the third one is. I do know the two of the personalities we've been talking to lately. But the third one, I don't...
This is nuts, yeah.
Well, what the fuck, man? Like, I think it's cool, kind of.
Shut your mouth and keep your hands to yourself and off the fucking internet all night long. We wouldn't be freaking getting all this shit.
I enjoy it. And
I enjoy it. It's just like it's so much all at once.
I think our people enjoy it. I really do. I think so. And we got a lot of new fans from all over different areas. And we're going to get a toy made, actually. Can we talk about that?
Can we talk about that when we come back? Because I have to pee.
Okay, so we are going to get a toy made. So hold on to that thought. Oh, the wind's picking up, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back if I don't blow away. Oh, so we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Our little mid-podcast break. We were talking about something before we took a little break here, and I wanted to come back to that because I will be able to play with you as much as I want in any position I want because we are getting toys made.
Did you just say any position?
Yep. And you can't bitch this time because
stupid?
you will be in plastic form, and so will I.
Oh my God.
We are getting toys made, ladies and gentlemen. Action figures, dolls, whatever the hell you want to call them. I may not be as yoked as I am in real life, though, because I don't think there's enough plastic for all this goodness here. But all kidding aside, we have some action figures getting made, and it's going to be phenomenal, man. We're only going to get a couple, just a couple. We're going to have, one of each for ourselves to have, and we're going to raffle some off. Maybe, who knows? We'll figure it out. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, some Voices of Misery action figures. I can't wait.
I can't wait either. I think it's going to be awesome.
We have a new friend out there.
I definitely want to have him on the podcast.
Oh, definitely. We just discussed this actually outside. Mm-hmm. We're going to have him on the show to kind of discuss his business and what he does for a living.
Well, we'll ask him. We haven't asked him yet.
Oh yeah, we haven't. Yeah, but I'm sure. Why wouldn't he?
I don't know. That would be awesome. That would be an awesome podcast. Like, how did you get into that? Like, why?
Exactly.
Like, how cool is that? That
really
he makes
cool
toys.
Stuff. This shit comes out amazing. So if he agrees to it, we'll throw some links out up there, and you guys can check out some of his work and things like that. But yeah, I think it's going to be really cool. We're definitely getting the figures made. I just have to kind of reach out and send some pictures because he's going to scale our bodies.
Yeah.
And like our tattoos and things like that are all going to be on there. It's going to be pretty realistic, and I can't wait to have a figure. I'm going to put him up next to Freddy Krueger and all the other little figurines. I have Walking Dead people and shit like that.
I don't think you have them anymore. I think Jenna has them.
The Freddy one I still have. I don't want her to get creeped out. The Freddy one, I think it's in
that
drawer or some shit.
Andrea.
Yeah.
And the governor.
Andrea was in the bathtub the other day. When I came out, like, what the fuck is this doing?
She's got Andrea and the governor in her fucking toy box.
Do you think she would know if I showed her, like, the action figure? And, like, Daddy. Do you think she would know? Mommy, Daddy.
If she did, she would want to play with them, and she would never...
Yeah, she would never give them back.
She would never give them back.
Like, no, those are our
But
toys.
we have a spot that we have like a shelf in our living room that we can put that stuff on. So
it's gonna
be fucking awesome.
Pretty cool to have a couple toys. So yeah, your favorite podcasters have grown a little bit. Now we're gonna get toys made of us. So that's pretty cool. And we have the TeePublic t-shirt site too. You guys can go on there. I haven't checked it in a while though. I kind of neglected it because apparently their quality of shirts is up for debate depending on whose comments you read online. So there's another t-shirt site I was looking at too, maybe switching over to them, who's gotten a lot better reviews and things like that. So
can we talk about going out on the porch and how bad the wind has gotten?
Not really. I didn't think so. I really
love the fact that you're like, yeah, this is no big deal. The fucking trees are bending sideways and shit.
Really? It was bending sideways. Not that bad.
We're surrounded by trees. They're all freaking swaying all over the fucking place. You're like, yeah. We went out on the porch, and the porch has nothing but water on it.
Well, it's raining, obviously. I mean, that's rain. But, like, I just don't see... I'm looking out right now. I don't see it. I just don't see this craziness.
But a big gust hasn't come yet.
Are you one of those people that wants it to be bad? Like, wants the roof to blow off and shit?
But I think you were in, like, denial. Of what is actually going on.
I just don't see the seriousness of the situation.
You don't hear all that?
I hear it now.
I know the people listening can't hear it because it's...
we're looking... But we're sitting here doing a podcast and drinking beer during a hurricane. I don't think it's that serious. It's really not that bad. No, it's not.
As the lights go out.
Oh, you motherfucker. Now, don't you dare put that evil juju on me. That's the only thing that would ruin my day. Besides the fact that I have to go to work tomorrow. Why? This thing is going on right now. Why would they make that decision?
I think they're being stupid. I think they're thinking like you. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, maybe.
But then they're going to wake up in the morning and, oh, fuck, all these places are flooded.
Yeah.
And schools have been completely shut down till at least Monday. That's at least Monday. And you work in Georgetown. In order to get to Georgetown, you have to go over a bridge.
There's 2 bridges, actually.
If that bridge is flooded, one of those bridges is flooded, you're not getting in.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, a lot of things have to go in effect. Now, like, I'm not saying, like, Lowe's up the street won't be open.
Yeah.
We'll be able to get there. But you work in a certain area where I'm not really sure if it'll be able to be open or not. But they're determined.
They said something about cresting of the water, too. Like, if it floods too bad, like, it's not as bad as it gets until days after. Then it crests or some shit and it comes out worse.
That's what happened with Conway last year.
Oh, God, they got it worse,
They seemed to be, like, kind of okay. And then, like, a week later, they were completely fucking flooded. I don't know what the hell happened. The rivers came up or... I don't know. I don't understand all that.
Me neither.
Something happened, like, days after the hurricane where they were just completely flooded over. So, I mean, who knows? I do know that the kids missed 18 days of school last year.
No.
All of September.
For this, right?
Yeah.
For this, yeah.
For the hurricane last year. Florence or Michael... I don't know what the fuck what it was.
Well, thankfully, this one is not going to end up like that. We can kind of already tell by now.
We'll see.
All right. I just got email confirmation from our guests for tomorrow. I got their information for Skype. So, yeah, man, we're interviewing Vince fucking Russo tomorrow. How cool is this going to be? Now we can kind of say it out loud again. And how cool is that going to be? Seriously.
It's good. You excited?
I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited. So, I'm not going to go to work tomorrow. If they say, okay, regular hours tomorrow, I'm going to be like, listen, I'm coming in late because I got shit to do. So, because this is something. And I guess, like, when we started this podcast, I never in a million years would have thought that we would hit the strides that we've hit as of right now. You know, like, right now, I think we're doing pretty damn good. We're not interviewing, like, Brad and Angelina or Jennifer Aniston, but...
Who does? I don't think they go on.
I don't think they do it. Yeah, exactly. But I mean,
I don't think A-listers.
Listen, it's a fucking metaphor, okay? Big people, you know, like George Clooney and shit. But I think for the level that we're at as far as human beings, like we're like low-level pieces of shit, and we're interviewing people that have influence or had influence or just had some relevance in our lives, individually or together or whatever. Because I mean, I was a huge fan of wrestling back in the day, the Attitude Era. I remember going to the Salvation Army stores, and they were the only store in town that would sell WWF at the time t-shirts. And they had Stone Cold Steve Austin, the 316 with a skull in the back, and I bought that for like $15 and a DX shirt that I had up here that was like ripped to shit because I had it for so long. Remember that? Mm-hmm. So I mean, I was a big fan back then, and he's a reason why wrestling was as hot as it was back then. He was the reason why. He was the writer. I mean, you can have all these great talent, but if they don't have any direction, they're not going anywhere. So, looking forward to picking his brain. It's not going to be a wrestling podcast because, I mean, he doesn't really care to talk about wrestling anymore, and we don't really watch it, but we'll definitely bring it up a little bit, and we'll talk about life and shit like that. Try to get a side of Vince Russo that you guys may have ever heard or seen before, you know? So that's going to be a good one. I think that'll be a very big podcast, so I'm looking forward to that. He just emailed over his information, so we'll be able to touch base with him nice and early in the morning tomorrow and get that one out.
Are you sure you got the time right?
Yeah.
Positive?
Yeah, I got the time.
Okay.
Well, he's in Mountain Time, so
I know.
We're
it's
2 hours.
Very confusing.
We're 2 hours ahead. I looked it up
Okay.
this morning, but yeah, because time zones are fucking stupid to me, man. Why can't everyone be on the same time?
Seriously,
yeah, it's just weird.
Mountain Time.
But I am looking forward to that one. I think that's going to be freaking awesome. We're going to have a good time.
And that's Skype that we're doing it on?
Skype, yes.
Okay, good, because that's worked out well for us in the
Skype
past.
is good, man. So we'll knock that out tomorrow, and I think it'll be a good time. We'll have fun. I'm looking forward to it, man. So we got to definitely eat our Wheaties tomorrow, take our notes and all that good stuff, and I think we'll have a good time, like we always do. We always have good times. We always get worried and nervous about these interviews that we're doing. And I don't know why.
I don't get worried and nervous. The only one I was worried with was Karen Parsons. That was it. And that's because it was the first one.
I have anxiety, I guess. Maybe that's what it is. Like, I have these conversations.
I ain't worried at all.
I think once we start rolling, it'll be fine. Just like we always do.
I just want him to say bro once.
Oh, I think we'll hear a bunch of bros tomorrow.
Can you just say bro once?
Oh, we'll hear a lot of... He'll
I mean, I
bro.
know that he's been on other podcasts where he did not say it. Yeah. So I just want to hear it once.
Just say bro. Call me bro.
Just call me bro, man.
Jesus. I don't know, man. I'm looking outside, and it's really not doing too much. So I don't think people have to worry about us anymore. I think your nerds are okay. The nerds are fine. We're gonna continue being fine, and thank you.
We'll be fine no matter what. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
We'll be out on a fucking raft out there. We'll be doing a podcast.
Pretty much. It's another podcast for that. And I actually had a backup plan if we did lose power for the interview tomorrow. What I was going to do was make sure everything was charged up and just record it on the phone. Just get it done, because that's what we do, man. We just make shit work. If it doesn't come out the best quality, like we've been doing lately, we've been having some really high quality sounding shows. I haven't heard any complaints from our friends.
It sounds a lot better than we've ever sounded.
Yeah.
But I can hear. I feel like the room is too big. I feel like we need to. I don't know.
Put something this house isn't so small afterwards. After all.
Well, this room this is our room.
Yeah.
And
I think we do
our room.
That's just
we've neglected. Right. We don't give a shit about ourselves. We have a bed. We each got a nightstand.
Yeah.
We don't go and as long as the kids have every single thing that they possibly could need or want, we don't care about ourselves. We don't have a dresser. It's ridiculous.
We really don't. We got end tables. That's about it.
Our nightstands as dressers and the closet, because we do have a walk-in closet that I never wanted in my life because I don't have that many clothes. But, I mean, it's just we don't have the furniture in here to enclose it a little bit more, so it's not so... I don't know. I hear something in the podcast. I don't know what it is.
Really?
It's not echoey. It's just it sounds like we're in a big room, and I don't like that.
Maybe what we'll do is get headsets, microphones, headsets, and we'll do that whole setup. Maybe. Do you want to do that, or do you like having the microphone and the table? Because I like having the freedom to move around, but I think that could be part of the problem. So we'll figure it out.
I don't know.
Man.
It's much better than when we first started.
Oh God! Remember recording from the sauna?
It has gradually. You first started on SoundCloud, which had horrible sound quality to begin with.
Yeah.
SoundCloud with sound in it had horrible sound quality.
That was just the uploading site that I would use. I don't think it was them.
Okay. And then we had
a good following there too.
And then we went to... Did we go to Podbean right after that? Because it gradually got better.
It was Podbean right after. I think I started doing the podcast in late December.
And then we used the iPad.
Yeah.
And then we graduated to the iPhone and realized that the iPhone came out better.
Tremendous. Much better.
And now we have a laptop and we're slowly getting there.
Laptop and a shitty mic. But
we are very slowly getting there. But we're trying to figure it out. Everything costs money, so...
Got some good friends helping us out. So we got a lot of people helping us right now. Things are getting better, and we got a lot of feedback. So we appreciate you guys for that. Even though Sherry Sims sent us some weird shit the other day.
Listen, this girl
trolled the shit out of us.
Listen, I was so worried. She sent something, and now she's awesome.
Very cool.
She's very good with giving us feedback on all our episodes. If there's something that she likes, she lets us know.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. And she sent us something on Twitter about... she was really worried about her friend in Myrtle Beach, and her friend in Myrtle Beach sent her a link, and she was checking in on us. And I'm thinking, as I'm reading it, oh my God, did it get upgraded? Like, what the fuck is going on? So I go...
it got upgraded, all right.
You were sitting next to me, and I clicked the link like an asshole, and it was some naked, fat, black bastard with his freaking...
Wow, jeez, you're just going off right now.
Dick all hanging out. Like, I'm looking at this, and I, burst out laughing. I'm like, are you fucking serious?
I'm watching TV, you show it to me, I'm like, what the fuck are you looking at?
What the hell is this?
What the fuck are you looking at here?
I laughed so fucking hard. I'm like, oh my God, this bitch just sent some fucking photo.
Just the fucking craziest thing ever. It
was
like being rickrolled.
I was all worried that the hurricane got upgraded. We didn't know. Like, what the hell? Because we weren't watching the news at the time she sent it. I can't remember what we were watching, but I'm like, oh my God, something happened.
So I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck is this?
Let me click this fucking link. Some news is going on. And I get this guy just staring at me with his dick hanging there.
Man. Yeah. Motherfucker, man. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Right, motherfucking here, man.
That was the most hilarious thing.
You got fucking trolled. I will never click a link again. I'll never click a link either. No, yes you will, you freak.
No.
You were looking at that shit. You were looking at that guy's dick. You fucking rude woman.
God. I showed you immediately, so don't even play that. But that was fucking hilarious.
Oh man, yeah.
It's nice to have like actual people communicating on like.
It was funny. It was definitely was funny. We got a good chuckle. We got a good chuckles out of that one. It was awesome.
Oh Lord.
What else you got on here? What else would you like to talk about? Because I feel like we could talk about anything right now. We're having a good show. We're doing okay right now. You know, in the midst of all this craziness, we took our little break. We went out and we saw on the news there was the person on the Jeep. They were trying to figure out how to get the Jeep off the beach.
Oh, yes.
And there's two assholes and they're both standing by it.
It was like the biggest update ever of the day, right?
The biggest update. Yeah.
We're not talking about the hurricane. We're talking about the red Jeep that is stranded on the ocean on the beach, and how we're going to get it off. Now that Jeep was out there first thing this morning.
It's been there all day.
Like I said, my sister from New York sent me the video of it, so how she got it, I don't know. But then we go out there to have our break, and like they're all like standing around this Jeep at this point, trying to figure out how to get it off the beach because the waves are coming up because it's high tide. I just don't. I don't know. I don't get it. Like, whose freaking Jeep is that, and why is it on the fucking sand?
These two dumb fucks are just standing by it, just standing next to it. Like,
have you ever? I mean, have you ever thought? To just, I know that we don't have an SUV, we don't have a truck, but like, have you ever thought to just drive out onto the sand? Like,
no.
Who does that? I mean, why would you? Are we not getting the whole story? Like, why is it out there?
And it's not like a first responder automobile. It's a regular person's car. So some regular person thought it was smart, and cops were actually sending people away.
There?
Yeah, and cops were sending people away this morning too. Remember that people were trying to go to the beach, go in the beach. And the cops were like stopping them and telling them not to do it. They were like, "No, you need to go back. Get the fuck off the beach. You know, get off the beach."
As of right now, as of hours ago, if you're caught out in this, you get a $500 fine.
Yeah.
No matter who you are, whether you're driving or walking, and good for them for doing that because people do drive for no reason.
Why though? There's nothing open. There's nowhere to go. McDonald's is closed right now. There's
Waffle
nowhere
House.
you
Waffle
can go.
House never closes.
Yeah, but like there's really like not many places you can go, and you're told way in advance to get food and shit like that.
Yep.
And Waffle House isn't really the best place to eat. If you feel like you need to eat at a Waffle House, you're either high or drunk, and it's 2:00 in the morning. You don't go there just to eat random meals of the day.
See, we've never been there, so I have no idea. But apparently, the food is the best because people always go there.
Oh, I'm sure.
But I don't know.
But like, you got to figure too. Like, if you're going out, there's really no reason because like a lot of places aren't open.
But what makes you park on the beach? Was it parked on the beach, or was the sand up on a parking lot? Like, what was it?
No, it was definitely on the beach. I think the person was trying to drive down the beach and get like a photo or a video.
And it got stuck?
Yeah, everything's about Instagram and Facebook and getting that video to post online.
Because I didn't see the whole thing. I just saw like, it was stuck there.
I'm thinking this person was trying to get like something to post on social media, something innocent enough. But then their car got stuck and they're like, oh shit, I can't move. And they got screwed and they got scared and got out their car and waves are pounding against their car and it's just sitting there on the beach and it's a meme now. It's a meme. Like,
it's a fucking meme.
We're a
and it's
meme.
Literally not far from here where that goddamn Jeep is.
We are a meme now in South Carolina. It's not Florida, man. It's South Carolina, man. Some dumb fuck drives her Jeep on the beach and gets stranded there like an idiot. Why do people do shit like that? Seriously.
I was trying to say earlier.
Again.
Have you seen the photos that are being photoshopped now with the storm surge coming up and dolphins just jumping out of the fucking water?
I didn't see that. No, not at all.
Like,
he explained it. I didn't see it.
What the fuck is wrong with people? Because like when I first saw it, I'm like, oh my god, like my heart sank. Like that's the worst thing. I don't ever want to see something like that. But then you look into it, and it's just someone fucking photoshopped a damn dolphin jumping out of a fucking and they're in between buildings. It's like it's not out in the ocean. The ocean water is between buildings, and the damn dolphin is just jumping out in the middle of the road.
I mean, people try to do things just for attention, God. I guess. I don't know, but
like, why would you do that?
I don't understand why people do dumb shit like park your car on the beach because, like, why do people feel like they have to do things at all? Like, stupid shit.
And we were watching.
You're told.
as of right now. Actually, as of I don't even know what time this morning. there are no shows being posted on CBS or ABC or NBC.
Yeah.
It's nothing but news. It's 24/7 fucking news right now. You cannot watch anything.
It's not like lack of communication.
This is like a huge deal. Hurricanes down here are massive. It's not like a snowstorm where they cut in for 20, 40 minutes and then back to your regular scheduled program. Like, it's just news and nothing else. So, I don't know. People, they were out there this morning and the news people were out there trying to talk, and like you could see people behind them just walking around the beach,
cars
like,
on the road,
trying to take selfies and photos. Like, what are you doing?
And the guy in the news was even trying to justify it. He's like, "Oh, there's cars on the road. I guess because it's slowed down. People want to see what the damage is in the area." Like, why do you have to go and look at the damage in the area? What makes you captain fucking detective fucking chief of police of the area where you have to leave your little modest household and drive around the neighborhood? What are you going to do?
I guarantee you tomorrow.
It's curiosity.
Right? It's not going to be just about this goddamn red Jeep.
Yeah.
There's going to be cars stranded on roads that were flooded.
Yeah.
There's going to be people are like hanging onto trees because it's flooded.
They have to leave.
Because you have to, for some reason, leave your house and go outside.
Yep.
Like, I understand it if your house is flooded, you have to figure out a way. But I'm talking about people like us. Our house is fine. Right? If we went outside and just started walking around.
Yeah, why? Why would we do that?
Those are the type of people I'm talking about. I'm not talking about people that are trapped. Yeah, it's just...
There's been some cases, too, and we used to live in the Northeast, so we've dealt with other kinds of storms and shit like that, right?
Right.
So we've had, like, this is the coldest day on record. Stay indoors, bundle up, do this, do that. Don't go outside, you can die.
Yeah,
and then the next day...
never closed.
Yeah, and then the next day, we'd be listening to, like, these news reports of, like, people dying in their cars. They're frozen solid, dead in your car. And it's like, why did you leave? They told you not to leave. Why did you leave? Everything's closed. There's nothing for you to do. There's nowhere you can go. On the rare occasion that things would close up north, we were like, oh man, this is some serious shit because it never closed. Down here, they close at the whisper of a freaking hurricane. So we close for days. But people are just so fucking inherently dumb.
I'm glad that they do that, though. I feel safer down. I feel better down here.
Yeah, me too.
Because it's like they give us.
I feel like they care about us more. Down here.
They give us time to prepare. Yeah. Up north, like they would tell you to prepare, and like, but your ass better be in school. Your ass better be at work. I don't care if you need to call a cab. The cab companies were running, so you better get your ass there.
Yep. There's no excuses.
But down here, it's like, okay, well, we're gonna evacuate on this day, but everything is shutting down days before. So like,
to give people time to get ready, get your families together. It's a really nice thing. I love it. I really do. And you got paid for this shit, so. Like, I'm not complaining at all. Like, I don't care if they overreact or not. Like, it's the most amazing thing, because we did not get that up north. I may make fun of, like, oh, well, they, did this, and this is all we got was, like, a little bullshit storm. But the thing is, like, if this was serious, people could have gotten out in time, which is nice.
Right.
Like, no one's going to die down here, unless they're fucking dumb as shit and drive their cars to the fucking beach. Yeah, they're just... I just want to know why, though. Why do people do that dumb shit? Why do you have to walk around during a storm?
If you live on the coastline... And I know we talked about this yesterday or whatever, and like it boggles my mind that people buy those properties, but if you live on the coastline, if you don't fucking get the hell out when there's a goddamn hurricane coming, then what do you expect?
A lot of people don't live there, to be fair, though. A lot of them just buy them or rent them out. So it is a good way to make money, and the people that live there don't actually live there.
Last year, do you remember the one blue house, like fucking...
Torn apart, yeah.
It was like the brightest blue I've ever seen, because... For some reason, beach houses had to be like bright and rainbow colored. But like there was this one bright ass blue house, and it was just completely demolished, man. And they've been trying to work on that since last year.
Oh my goodness! And
then this one came, and it's just like, Jesus Christ! I could never. Like, why do they even bother building on the because you make money, but you spend that money. The money you're making by renting it out.
You make a lot, though.
You're spending that money repairing it every fucking time.
You just get good insurance on it. I mean, you do have to have a different level of insurance when you're renting it out to people, and it is overpriced. I mean, $1,000 for a week. So you make like $4,000 a month. You're paying it'll be paid off within a year, and then you're just paying taxes on it.
They got to be paying more than that a week.
Well, it depends on the situation. Like I know our guest paid about $1,000 or something like that. They didn't really say.
She told me it was more than that.
Oh, shit. Oof.
But,
and they had a shitty vacation, man. Wow, that vacation sucked.
Well, no. I mean, why do you think it sucked?
Because we didn't really do much.
Well, they didn't have any money. They have 5 kids now.
Oh, God. So we're supposed to be going to Florida with them next year, so that'll be fun if we decide to actually do it.
Seeing that... That's my problem. I want to go.
But I don't want to stay in a house either.
I don't want... but that's free. So you have a thing where it's 2 adults, 5 kids.
Yeah.
All different ages, like crazy ages.
Mm-hmm.
And they've offered, like, we could stay there for free. We just got to pay for whatever we end up doing and whatever food we eat, which is super sweet,
That's
super
fair.
nice.
Very fair.
My thing is, we wouldn't have, like, a spot to get away.
Mm-hmm.
And they're awesome people. It's just like, we need our space, or we're gonna both lose our minds, and I just don't know how I'm gonna do that.
It's very awkward.
It's just
awkward situations.
Not this year, but the previous time that they came down, it was like they wouldn't do anything without us.
Mm-hmm.
When they stayed here with us in our house, and it was just like, okay, but this is your vacation. We live here. We can do this whenever we want. Yeah. You go out. It's your vacation. Go out and have fun. You don't need us, And I don't want that to happen in Florida because I know that their big thing is Disney. They love Disney. This is a Disney fucking family, man. I can't even describe. They go probably twice a year. Yeah. It's the most ridiculous fucking thing I've ever dealt with in my life.
Yeah, they're obsessed with Disney.
It's like they go with school and then they go on their own. And it's just like constantly at Disney. Yep. And I don't mind doing that maybe once or twice, but I want to see SeaWorld. Yep. I want to see like other stuff with these kids, and I don't know. I want to go badly.
We're very different than them. They're very awkward. They have awkward like internal conversations and conflicts that we don't know about.
And I'm awkward because I can't express my feelings to the person that I'm talking to without worrying about hurting their feelings, and it's a whole awkward, fucking weird situation.
If we have a disagreement or a conversation, I don't feel like we have like a weird thing about it. We just talk and it's over. It's just done. They have like these like weird like things that happen. Like, they're hard to describe, but like their kid did something strange, and then like the guy disappears with the kid.
Yeah.
And we're like, wait, that's weird. Like, if one of our kids did something, we tell them to stop, and then we just keep continuing
sit the fuck
doing
down.
what we're
you
doing.
Can't play for about 5 minutes or whatever, and then once time's up, then go play. But they
overblow things or just have like. I just don't know. Like,
I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about like being able to do our own thing and being separated a little bit. Because if we're staying at their house, it's kind of like even though it was offered, I feel like we're using them or we're taking advantage of them and then not hanging out. Like, that's how I would feel.
Well, we encouraged it when they came here twice. They stayed at our house,
right? And I think maybe that's why when they were here, they were like, "Well, what do you guys want to do today?" Because I feel like.
Yeah, maybe they felt
because that's how I feel. Like, if we go and stay at their house, I'm like, oh, okay.
But we said multiple times.
How do we make it so we can leave?
Yeah, but we said multiple times. Go ahead. Please go. Please go. Yeah. Multiple times. And so it's not like we were like, well, it's not fair that you guys stay in our house. And no, we're not like that. Just go out, do your thing. Come back later. We'll see you later.
People aren't like us, though.
They're not. People feel like they have to do things together.
So
it's nuts.
It worries me. I would love to bring these kids to Disney and just spend 1, maybe 2 days, because these kids don't like rides. Believe me.
They hate them.
Samantha gets sick. She went to the fair this summer, and she said she hated it. She didn't like it. She didn't like any of the rides, and neither one of us liked rides. Mm-hmm. And Jenna could give 2 craps about rides at all, but like, I think it would be fun to go to Animal Kingdom or to go around and see the characters. Like, I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
That would be a whole experience for them because they're young. But I would like to do, like, SeaWorld would be amazing for these kids.
Oh my god, it would be cool.
And these people don't go there.
How cool would that be?
It would be so awesome because Jenna is like, man, her favorite place down here is the aquarium.
Yep.
And if she went to SeaWorld, holy hell. To go in a restaurant and that's like right there's an aquarium right in the center of the fucking restaurant. Mm-hmm. Like, she would be amazed. I don't think she would stay with us. She'd be walking up to the damn tank the whole damn time. But
do we not know how to have fun?
No, we know how to have fun. We just like things. Like, I'm telling you, I cannot go on rides.
Is it our idea of fun is just different than other people's?
Like, what do you mean? Because I get sick with rides.
When you go to vacation, like, you have these ideas, like, these preconceived notions of what a vacation's supposed to be, you know? Like, you go on vacation, you're supposed to have a couple of exotic drinks, you go to a restaurant, you spend money.
No, see, for me, you go to a vacation, you go either to a beach or a pool. Now, we live on a beach, so I could give two fucks about that. Unless it's crystal blue water. Yeah. Like, I don't really care. You go swimming in a pool. You see, like, you go to a nice restaurant or whatever, and then you do see whatever tourist attractions are there. Mm-hmm. Like, I remember when I went to Disney.
I guess this is what you make of it, then, I guess.
My mom brought us to. It was a Holiday Inn, and I don't know what the hell character he was, but I was young. He was like this big orange-looking raccoon, and he was just a character that hung out in the Holiday Inn. And he would do like bingo and stuff, and like all the kids would, like, she would just send us down there, you know, while she hung out at the fucking pool.
Drink.
And all the kids were just like hanging out with this character that would just walk around the building. Like, there's cool stuff down there for kids. It's just, the shit costs so fucking much, man. It costs so damn much. See, I would rather stay in a hotel than this.
Me too. And I would only want to do like 2 to 3 days. I don't want to spend
we'll hang out with you this day for 2 hours or whatever, and then we'll go and do our own thing.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I mean, like, what happened this time was perfect. They were here a little bit, and
it was every other day.
Every other day, it was a couple hours, and that was it. It was perfect. So I want to do that there. I don't want to live with people because I just don't. I don't want to, man. I want to be able to walk around.
It would be really nice to have, like, free room, like, just not have to pay for somewhere to stay. But if you average the money and then annoyance
and my sanity, it's worth it.
And then all the kids, because that would be 7 kids. Oh my god. Ugh. And then I can't walk around in my. I would feel uncomfortable walking around and like what I sleep in and
there's just a lot of things, and when you're staying with somebody, or just, you always feel like you have to put up a role, like you're pretending to be someone you're not.
I don't want to do that.
I just don't.
I think we're talking ourselves out of it already.
Well, you just don't want to be quote unquote on the whole time. Like, no, like, I want to be myself. I want to be miserable. I want to lay down and.
Like, I had fun with them, but then I also enjoyed thoroughly that we were able to just separate, come home,
and we were doing our thing.
Change our clothes, and just like relax and not have to entertain the rest of the night.
Yeah, so we'll do that then. I guess, like, if we do decide to go and we make this a thing, that's what we'll do. We'll just get a hotel for a couple of days.
Because, well, no, that wouldn't work either. I was thinking maybe we can get a condo in the same type of area, but then I don't want them walking over either.
Well, that's fine if they walk over, but then, because then they can walk the fuck back, you know?
That's true.
I don't know, man. Like, it sounds like we're being terrible people, but like I said, though, like, I just don't know if, like, we know how to have fun. And I guess fun is subjective.
I know how to have fun, but only for a small amount of time, but then I want to relax. I don't want to be, like you said, I don't want to be on.
Yeah. I guess it's just subjective.
I'm good. Like, I will have fun for a few hours, but then I'm like, okay, well, now we're all just sitting here awkwardly. Like, okay, so what's next? Should we play cards or whatever? Like, no, I'd rather go home and, like, play a fucking video game, or go home and have a beer, or go home and, like, get the kids bathed and stuff and ready for bed.
I think that might be part of the problem too. Is, like, they're not drinkers really. But, like,
we drink at night, so it's
I don't personally have to have a drink to have a good time either. You know, like, I can have a good time without drinking, but if I'm on vacation, like, we were on vacation in a vacation area, we were in the beach house, and I was like, all right, you know, have a couple of beers, and then, like, if the other people aren't drinking, it's like, all right, then I don't want to do this anymore, and I lose interest, you know, and I don't know, it was just a really awkward feeling, I guess, but that's my whole thing, is, like, maybe, like, we just don't know how to have fun like other people, maybe.
No, see, you keep saying we don't know how to fun.
We have fun together.
It's just we don't want it to go.
It doesn't mix with others. Maybe that's what it is.
It does. We just don't want it to go on for hours and hours and hours.
I guess.
I had a good time with them when we went to the wax museum. I had a good time with them when we were on the beach. It's just there comes a point where I don't want it to be like 12 hours long.
Yeah, too much.
A few hours.
Too much is way too much.
I'm not saying 2. I could spend half the day with you. No problem. But there's got to be a downtime, and I got to be able to go home and just relax and be myself and, like, change and take my fucking bra off. And if I want to sit with freaking, you know, whatever on. That's what I do.
What the hell is it with women in bras? Like, what's
They're
wrong with
fucking uncomfortable.
Aren't
and if it's fucking...
good?
Oh, I'm sure... But you're still going to sweat.
They have an advanced technology in bras over the years that make you feel good.
You know what? Give me a bra with a push-button air conditioner in it. Please. You sweat.
Yeah, well, you also have some big-ass titties.
I know, and it's annoying to have to wear a fucking bra 24/7 when I'm around people. Like, make something that has, like, insert a cool pack. Something.
Yeah, I guess. I
guess
that's how I feel about my balls, man. Like, when I'm sitting down, you gotta, like, adjust them and move them out of the way and shit. I guess that's just as annoying.
I don't, why not? Because we're home right now, right? I'm not wearing one. Mm-hmm. We're home and we're comfortable.
Yeah.
If I'm outside, it's like constantly... No. It's summertime, it's fucking hot as shit.
Hey, it's unbearable.
Get me home so I can freaking get comfortable, please.
Nothing worse than sweaty balls, man. I'm sitting here and, like, I'll sit on them. They'll get in the way. I'll feel them sticking.
You gotta move them out of the way.
I'll feel them sticking to my legs. Like, right now, I'm sitting there moving them around just because I want to be comfortable. So I get it when you have something that just,
But you can't do that. You can't move your balls out of the way when you're hanging out with people. You got to make sure that no one's looking.
Well, I'll do this thing where, like, I stretch my legs out, I'll spread them out real quick, like I'm stretching my knees or whatever.
But it's like simple little things like that.
Yeah, I know, just dumb
Where
shit.
at home with your family, you don't have to worry about that stuff. Like, you just do it. I guess you take it for granted.
You really do.
I love hanging out with my friends. Mm-hmm. It's just like. But then I need me time. I need to be able to just let these titties flow.
Let the titties flow.
Let these titties flow.
Let these titties flow before you got to go. Isn't that what they said or some shit on
I can't
Jokers?
Remember.
It was something stupid like that.
Let them titties go before you got to blow.
Something
it was a
stupid.
CPR
it was
episode.
So dumb. Whatever the fuck they said was dumb. I wouldn't mind going on a cruise, though. I think a cruise would be fun if we didn't go out too far. Like, maybe if it was, like, a couple of miles offshore.
Here's the thing, because I've already thought about it. I went on the Sunset Cruise with my dad, right? And that was a small boat. I can do small boats. Why, I don't know. But I can do small boats. On a big boat, I think if we were... As long as I didn't look out at the water, if my eyes don't ever hit the water or the horizon, I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Because
makes sense.
Even like playing Call of Duty, the Titanic episode or map or whatever, I love that map, but I made the one mistake because it looks so realistic. It looks exactly like the movie Titanic.
Yeah.
I couldn't get over it when we first started playing, and I'm just like, oh my god, how cool is this shit? And I happened to look over the edge at the water. I thought I was gonna die. I was so sick to my stomach. And that's a video game. Just the stupid waves in the video game. So...
Well, it puts things in perspective, too. And, like, it's also because, like, I can't watch videos of people on tightropes above, like, buildings in Manhattan or some shit. I can't watch it. I feel sick. I feel sick.
Like the news today, when they were spinning the camera, trying to show damages or whatever, that makes me sick.
I think it's the way your brain processes things too. Because if you're watching something spin, like the signals get sent from your eyes to your brain at a weird rate, or something strange happens. But I mean, like I'm no expert, but we are going to have one on eventually because I would like to speak to an expert on brain and the way it functions, and we'll get someone on. But yeah, like there's something weird about how that whole thing like happens, and like for me, my phobia is I'm not afraid of heights. Like I can go up top of a very tall ladder, I can stand on top of the house and look down fine. But once you get to those extreme heights, that's when I start freaking out. Like I would never hang glide or paraglide or jump off the thing.
Did you ever go up to the top of the Statue of Liberty?
No.
See, I've done that. See, I'm good with heights. Do it. I know that there, and I don't know where it is. It might be New York, it might not be. But I know that there is somewhere that has that glass balcony. Yeah. That would terrify me. I don't think I could do that. I can go all the way up if it's like inside something. Mm-hmm. You know, the Statue of Liberty, you don't necessarily see how far up you are. Unless you're all the way up near the window.
That's a double whammy, too, because you're up in the air and you're also near this humongous body of water. Let's just say it decides to tilt.
Nasty ass body of water.
Oh my god, that water, man. It's so toxic, seriously. How the fuck do fish even live in that shit?
I don't know. But like that glass balcony, I think I would faint. I don't think I could do that.
Because like, just take a glass and drop it on the floor. See how easy it shatters. You're asking hundreds of people to stand on this piece of shit.
At a time.
At a time. And it's like, yeah, that's just not going to work for me, man. Because in the back of my mind, I know easy glass breaks and cracks and shatters and you're dead.
I wonder where that is.
I think it's in Chicago, maybe.
Is it?
Yeah, something like that. Was probably completely wrong. It's probably in fucking Michigan, for all I know. But shit, there's also like other things too. Like I already talked about bungee jumping before, where I would never do that because it's constant up down motion, and I would just get sick to my stomach. I'd probably die. I wouldn't make it out of it.
I wouldn't be able to do that. And skydiving, I would rather do that. I could possibly do.
Yeah, I would rather do that than anything else because
bungee jumping,
you're
like
going down.
My head, I know I can't even do a fucking merry-go-round, man, without getting a headache and wanting to freaking just vomit everywhere.
The thing about skydiving too is like you can see when you're going to land. You know when you're landing because you're going closer to the ground, and you're like, okay, it sucks now, but I'm getting closer, and you know when it's going to happen. And there's also like a professional with you that's going to pull the cord at the right time and all that bullshit. But I bungee jumping is just scary as shit, man. Like, how many videos have we seen gone wrong and there's no direction? You know, like, you can go down, you jerk around, you might hit the mountain that you're jumping off of or the bridge or whatever. It's just, you don't know when it's going to end.
You know what would terrify me is hang gliding. Is that what it's called? Where just a guy is on, like, this, like, fucking stupid weird thing with the bar. They're holding on to the bar and they're just trying to glide it.
Yeah, yep.
People, like, glide into mountains and shit. That would horrify me.
Once you've done it enough, I guess you can control it. Like, some people have, like, extreme control over those things. They can go through, like, holes in mountains and keep
that
going
would terrify
and go up
me.
and down and shit.
People here, because it's a tourist area, they do a lot of parasailing. Now, when we first moved down, I thought that would be something cool to do.
Fuck that.
But the more I think about it, because we've seen dolphins in the ocean, and not that I'm afraid of dolphins, because I'm really not, because they're supposed to be the friendliest creatures ever. But if you see dolphin, like, I know what lives in the ocean, but once you see a big animal, mammal, whatever,
no thanks.
Once you see that, you're like, it like clicks in your head, like, oh, that's out here.
What else is out here? What's behind this, you know? And
like, I always knew that sharks lived in the ocean. I'm not an idiot, but, like, seeing the dolphins, it's like, okay, yeah, I can't parasail because
it makes you feel really small.
What the fuck else is out here?
I mean, there's a reason why, like, we have the freedom as far as, like, human beings to be able to walk on land, go in water, we can go up in the air, we can go where these things are, you know, and we have that freedom.
We're able to do all that stuff.
Yeah,
it's
birds.
So weird.
Like, you'll never see a bird fly under the ocean water and then fly up.
They
They
do land on the ocean, though.
Yeah,
which is weird.
But they don't go in it. They don't go under. Like I've never heard of a bird that swam. They might dip their head under for a second, but they come out pretty quickly.
We've watched like I don't know if you've ever seen Finding Nemo, where the seagulls or whatever they swoop down and they grab a fish and they come out.
And they keep going.
And we've seen that a lot.
We've seen that a lot. Yeah. Like we as human beings, we venture out into places that we don't belong, man. We're very adventurous, dumb fucks. We really are, and that's why people park their cars in the freaking ocean, because they're dumb as shit and they think they can do things they can't do. Now we'll go into oceans and places where we don't belong, but you'll never see like a whale walking on land because they don't belong.
I saw a whale walking on land. That would just be an awesome sight.
But like you'll never see that because like obviously they can't do it. And they don't have the means to make it work. Like, we'll put snorkels on and shit to go underwater indefinitely.
Here's another thing, because they have helicopter rides down here. And my cousin, when she came down to visit, they're helicopter rides for $20.
Possibility for
gives
death.
It gives you like point A to point B. But if you want to see this, it charge you extra, that type of thing. And I always thought when we first moved down here that would be a really cool thing to just fly over like the beach or whatever and see all the attractions, see all the cool stuff. And then I listened to this one podcast where this poor guy got onto a helicopter and he flew from somewhere all the way the fuck through Canada up near like all this place, and he was puking the whole time. And I'm like, you know what? If someone could get motion sickness like that where they're puking in a helicopter. Like, I didn't realize it would be that big of a deal.
Well, it is. It's based on the individual.
Because you don't see... Like, I see the helicopter up in the sky, like, kind of turning. But I wouldn't think that would be a motion sickness thing. Like, my stomach is so fucking weak, I don't think I could ever do anything
Some people
cool.
are just afraid of shit.
I'm not... Like, I think that would be neat, but I just don't want to be puking in a fucking bag when I'm trying to see,
some people have their
like...
phobias. I can fly in a plane just fine. I've flown in a plane before, and I was fine. I had a couple moments of anxiety when we took off and when we landed, because it's like, all right, I'm going down.
I've been on the plane so many times, it doesn't bother me at all.
But it doesn't scare me. I can be fine on the plane. I won't freak out or puke or anything. But there's other instances where, like, I'll be at a mall, and I'll be at the third story of a mall, and I can't walk against the railing where you look down and see all the other shit. There's too many moving parts. There's too many things going on. I can't do it. But, like, I don't know if you ever noticed, because we haven't been to a mall in a while.
Well, nothing big.
Like a big mall. But if we're at a mall, there was Crossgates Mall in New York where we used to live.
Yeah.
The third floor, I would never walk towards the railing. I would always walk towards the middle, and I would feel like I was kind of off balance walking. Like, I would feel like I couldn't walk straight. And, like, you feel like a dizziness almost, and it's like, what the fuck's going on here, you know? And
I feel that way with, like, docks.
Yeah.
If you ever walk on a dock that's, above water or whatever, some of them sway or move. I don't like that feeling
Moving
either.
bridges. Oh, moving bridges are creepy.
Yeah.
If you're walking on a bridge that just, like, sways back and forth to the wind, that sucks, because you don't
I think
know.
we're a fucking hot mess, man. There's a lot of shit.
I think that's normal. That's got to be normal. I mean, that's not something that we do all the time. We're not Indiana fucking Jones. We don't walk across these moving bridges that have holes in them and shit with guys with swords on the other side. We don't do that shit. But it's just weird, like, and I don't know if it's because, like, I hate heights like that, because that's not really that high at a mall, but maybe other people, do you think they're going to throw you over or something?
Here's a good thing, right? I'm going to say DC Universe just to give an option, right? If you have to fly in that game or climb or whatever the hell your special power is, right? Yeah. If you're all the way up at, say, Wayne Tower, and you just fall off or jump off the building, do you get, like, that pit in your stomach?
That pit in my stomach, yeah. And
I get that every fucking time.
Same thing when you drive over a bridge. Like, certain bridges, like, there's a giant Georgetown bridge. If I look at the water while I'm driving, sometimes I'll feel it, like, a little bit of a weird feeling. But see, same thing in the game.
I'm saying it because it's a game. It's a video game, and like I jump off a freaking building, and it's like, but I don't mind that feeling. Like, I think it's funny.
Yeah.
And it doesn't bother me. But like, you feel sick because I can hear you on the mic. Like, oh my god, I feel sick. Like, I have to go from here to here.
Deep down, you know you're not going to get hurt because it's a video game. I'm not going to get hurt watching my character fall in a video game in real life. It's not going to happen. But there's something that happens when your eyes process something or emotion and it goes to your brain. It's just the way some people are wired that they may feel a certain way. It's the signals that you get. I'm like I said, I'm a fucking idiot, but it only makes sense because why would you feel these sensations unless your brain was processing it a certain way because your eyes see it a certain way and it triggers some kind of emotion or sentiment. Yeah, that one's picking up a little bit, but it's not really crazy.
No, you know what? I'm sitting here,
what?
And
expecting the lights to go out or something.
Directly behind you is the closet that we have.
Yeah.
And I'm staring at the Christmas tree. Do you realize it's only a couple months away?
It's always a couple months away. It's always just a couple months away.
I'm staring at it. I'm like, I'm going to have to... And I'm thinking to myself, I'm really going to have to put that shit together again this year.
We're...
Like, fuck, man.
Today, and we don't do this anymore in the podcast, but we're going to post this one up as soon as we're done. I feel good about this shit, don't you?
Yeah, we're doing good.
Today's September 5th, 2019, motherfuckers. And we have 3 months to go. Probably about 2 months before the tree goes up. And
yeah, because I will put that up in November.
Yeah, I mean, we have Halloween next month.
We do. This is going to be the first time that... Have you talked about Sparkle on your podcast?
No.
Like when you first started?
No. What the fuck would I talk about that shit?
I don't know. But these kids have like this elf on the shelf, yeah. And she's called Sparkle, and like all hell breaks loose when Sparkle is in this house.
Well, I think our older daughter is out of this.
She's out of it.
She doesn't believe it.
And the other one is...
She hasn't said it yet, but she doesn't believe it. She's a little thing now. A little person now. She doesn't...
Yeah, man. She's becoming... She's becoming something else.
Yeah, she's not the kid we raised. She's definitely a different. I mean, that's what happens. Your little mind starts developing. You go to school, you become an asshole, and that's what happens.
No, she's not becoming an asshole. She's got like an opinion now.
She's got a personality.
Like, where the hell did that come from?
just do what we say. Just do what we say, please.
And then the other one is like, what'd you say? Jenna said something about popcorn pizza earlier today.
She's just being silly now.
Like, just like
the grossest combinations of food, she's doing it. Cucumber water, like shit that those preppies drink with their finger in the air.
No, she was saying, oh my god, the weirdest shit, like broccoli ice cream. Like, she was just naming some weird concoctions. And I'm like, what are you talking about? That is good, she kept saying. I'm like, no, it's not. That's disgusting.
And she does it for a reason.
She does it for a reason. She looks for a reaction, and I give it to her, so then it keeps her going. But
she knows exactly what she's doing, because some shit's disgusting, and she knows it, and she does it. That's just her being.
And she's like, "Oh, that's good," and I'm like, "No, it's not.
Yeah, it's fucking gross. Not good at all."
Fucking popcorn pizza. Like, what kid brings that up?
We've got October coming out. Like, we have Halloween coming up. We have no ideas for that.
Are you buying a costume for yourself?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, like, this is the first year I can actually wear one this year. So okay. I don't know. Maybe.
So we need to get 3 kids' costumes. Is what you're saying?
Maybe. Maybe I'll do it this year. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, because we got Halloween, then we got Christmas, and fucking Thanksgiving and all this shit.
Halloween, her birthday, Thanksgiving, Christmas. And
I don't know what to do for Thanksgiving this year. Are we actually going to have a dinner, or are we just
We'll see. No one eats the same fucking thing. And it's pulling teeth trying to get everyone to eat the fucking same thing. So
I'll eat the ham and the chicken, because we always get the chicken instead of the turkey. We get the rotisserie chicken. I would eat that.
Well, because I like turkey, you like ham.
Yeah. So I would do that. And I mean, like.
And the kids don't like either. So that's our problem.
Yeah. You guys can eat the carb shit. I mean, this will be a full year.
It's a fucking nightmare. That'll be when we start getting to holiday season. This is going to be interesting podcast, man, because we're going to be bitching up a storm.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, like, we hate the holidays. We really do, because it feels like they're always here, and we can never get away from them. Like time, like we're going to be dead soon, man. Like, time is going so fast, isn't it?
Seriously, do you believe that it's almost been a year since this podcast has been out?
Yeah, it's been a year, and I remember the first episode I recorded. I
remember
doing it.
It was before Christmas.
Yeah, I remember doing it from the car at work.
Talking about Christmas shopping.
On lunch.
And what the kids wanted.
Yeah, exactly. I remember doing this, and time just goes so fast, and thank you to anybody who listened. I think those are lost
episodes, but people from SoundCloud, they know what we're talking about.
We had a decent following on SoundCloud for a couple of weeks.
And they came over.
Built up pretty quick. Yeah, we got a couple comments from them, too, so thank you guys for still listening to the show, and appreciate you and everything else like that, the niceties out of the way, but... Yeah, this thing's been going for a year almost, man. Like, we're 9 months in. It's crazy when you put things in perspective how much time has passed so fast. So it's fucking nuts, man. Like, I remember August 1st hit, my birthday and vacation, and the horrible week in July we had, and all this other shit. And we're already in September, and it's going to be October, and then November, and December, and then it's just... Time is just fucking going so fast. It's like,
almost ignotext time.
Yeah.
This is the type of year that just, like, blows by.
How do we slow this thing down?
I don't know where.
How do you slow time down?
Why does it go so fast when we're adults, but it drags when we're kids?
Because we have more responsibility, like maybe...
Because you hate school? Like, why does it suck so much?
Maybe because, like, the school, the torture, the constant pressure you're under. When you're an adult, there's no pressure, really. I mean, there's pressure, but not as bad.
Like, when I was a kid, it dragged.
Yeah.
Looking back, right? I'm about to be 40 in November. Looking back, I can remember my mother turning 40. Mm-hmm. We had this huge blowout birthday for her, where, like, we had, like, her stupid little fucking kindergarten picture, right? And, of course, it was, like, I don't know, 50s, 60s, I don't know what the fuck. So it was all awkward looking. And we put it on t-shirts, and it's like, Lordy, look who's 40, or whatever. And everyone was wearing it. It was like a huge freaking deal for her 40th birthday. And I remember thinking, Jesus Christ, she's getting fucking old. Mm-hmm. And now I'm there. Yeah. And it's like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
Isn't it just strange, man? It really is.
My dad's closing in on 70, like, fucking hell.
What do you do? Because, like, I'm sure if you asked him, he would say he didn't feel 70.
Exactly.
You don't feel 40. I don't feel 37.
I don't feel 40.
I mean, like, I feel the same I felt when I was 20. Like, I feel the same. Like,
I don't feel that because I do have, like, aches and pains that I never had when in my 20s.
I do know there were certain things, like, I don't feel the weakness I did before. Like, getting up is not as hard when I was fat, I guess.
But it's just weird to me that as a child you think how old your parent is or how old your grandparents are. I remember my grandparents when I was a kid in their 60s, right?
Yeah.
And how old I fucking thought they were. My parents are now in their 60s, and I'm like, not that bad. It's only 20 years away. Like, seriously, like, they look pretty fucking good for their age.
It's all about perception.
It's just the worst thing, so I don't know. It's odd how that happens.
It's like I'm 37 right now, and like this is the age where like NFL quarterbacks start to retire. They say you're over the hill and you're done. You know, like you're toast. You can't do it anymore. You know, and it's just I don't know. It's really crazy when you think about it and you put it in perspective and you know, like once you're here and once you're you have that time now where you're like, okay, I'm old and I used to not be. I guess what it was when we were kids, like, there was no responsibility. This time didn't matter. Nowadays, as adults, we try to fit so much in such a small window where you have other things to worry about. There was nothing to worry about as a kid. Christmas came, you got gifts. You didn't have to buy people presents.
I tried to, like, explain that to Samantha. Mm-hmm. Jenna wouldn't understand, but I tried to explain to her, like enjoy this. Because it's, as soon as you're out of here... Man, it's nothing but paying bills and, like, it's adult life. Like, it's a freaking struggle. Like, enjoy the shit. Because I would, if I knew back then what I know now, I would love to go back to school.
Me too.
I would love to. Because things wouldn't bother me as they used to, or
you have
whatever.
The same backbone, though. You got to go back with the same backbone.
Yeah, because, like,
let people walk all over you
and like, little things might be said here and there, and I'm just like, look, a couple years from now, this is not going to even matter. Yeah. This is not going to even matter.
That's a problem with kids these days. Like, they think, and not these days, but of all time. Like,
all time.
This is the end of the world. This is my life. Like, no, your life hasn't even started yet.
It hasn't even started. Yeah. And, like, you have no idea that, like, because, like,
I certainly didn't end up where I thought I was going to be when I was a kid. I really didn't think so. I'm not just saying like, oh, with you or this or whatever.
No,
it's just
you expected that you were going to be in Florida, living a life.
I thought I was going to be in Florida,
living on the beach.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought I was going to live on the beach in Florida, be a bachelor, like date, but not get anything too serious. No kids, maybe one daughter. I always thought I was going to have one daughter, and that was it.
She was supposed to be Chinese, and named Samantha. I know,
Chinese kid, because I had a really cool dream.
Oh, God,
where I had a really realistic dream,
and that's where Samantha's name came from, because he had a fucking dream
that I had a daughter named Samantha with an Asian woman, a very pretty Asian woman that we didn't stay together long, but we had a child together, and that was it. So that was where that came from. But I really did. I thought I was going to be like a dude in Florida. Just living on the beach
with your surfboard.
No, not surfing, just hanging out on the beach and just living the life, man. Like, not answering anybody and just doing shit. Where the hell do you think you were going to end up?
I never thought I was going to leave New York. I'll tell you that.
Jeez.
I never, in a million
years,
years,
sounds like a nightmare
imagine that I would leave New York at all.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think
Did you have any dream or aspiration, like I was going to be an artist or something? Or
no,
whatever?
I wanted to move out of New York, but I didn't, like, that was about it. Like, no.
I don't think anyone wants to stay where they're born and raised. Like, who the hell wants to live where you were born and raised? It's not cool, I got out of Jersey.
Like, at least for me, being born in New York, it sucked. And it wasn't New York City, it was upstate New York. So
yeah, Albany County.
It was boring, and there's nothing to fucking do. Literally nothing to do. That you got Lake George, you got New York City. You had to drive for fucking hours to get to these fucking places. It was horrible, and I hated it. And it was like Scumbagville. And, if we got listeners there, like, all the power to you, man. Like, take income tax and freaking pack up and fucking leave. Because, seriously, I can't.
I didn't hate
no.
New York, per se. I hated the weather. I hate the snow. I really hate the snow, man. Like, just looking at it would get me pissed off.
There was nothing to do.
See, like there's stuff to do here, but like we don't do it. We go to the beach.
But that's something to do.
Yeah, I guess.
The beach is free. We can if there's literally nothing to do, we could pack up the car and go to the beach for a couple hours. That's something, and the kids freaking love it. We both love it. I mean, and that's free. You can't. No, New York has they do have a couple lakes. I do miss camping. I grew up camping a lot, and I do miss that.
I miss the cold weather, but not the snow, if that makes sense.
I hate the cold weather. I hate the snow. So I don't miss any of that.
The cold weather never bothered me. It was the snow that bothered me. I hated the fucking snow. I feel like
I was just born in the wrong
Me too.
area.
I always thought so, too, because I always wanted to be in the South.
But you like the cold.
I do like the cold.
See, I hate all of that.
The thing I like about the cold is you can dress for the cold a lot better. You can wear, like, nicer clothes in the wintertime.
Oh, man, whatever. Like...
You can put a sweater on, wear like a nice jacket, things like that. There's something about the cold weather. Do that?
I remember being at the bus stop with this big ass freaking coat, right, and these pants. I would be freezing my ass off waiting for the bus or whatever the hell I was doing. Hell no, man, because you can't wear layers of pants to school.
There's something about the cold weather too that just makes things feel better as far as the holidays go. For me, the holidays were always about when November came around and Thanksgiving was coming, the cold weather came, people were dressed nicely, nice sweaters, and Christmas came, you were wearing Christmas sweaters.
Okay, I'll say this. The first snow of the year, and I'm not talking a dusting, I mean the first real snowfall, always made me happy. I didn't like to shovel it, but the trees always looked pretty, and it was before the cars started plowing down the roads and spraying dirt all over the white snow. I mean, before the animals started coming up on this, it was just all
there
pristine,
was a moment of
peacefulness
nice. Because cars weren't on the road as much when we had big blizzards. But then, as the snow piled up, it was just quiet. You look outside, it was complete quietness.
And you could go outside, and the moon shining down on it was bright out.
It was bright out at night. I mean, there were certain things that were nice.
I miss stuff like that, but
But the next day, it'd still be there. And then weeks after that, it would still be there.
Never go away.
And I remember there was one winter where there was this one pile of ice that just wouldn't go. It felt like it was fucking August. Yes. And that piece of ice was still there because that's how much snow we had that year.
We would look out every day.
Every day that piece of ice would be there. I almost wanted to go out there and chop it up and get rid of it, or just take a blowtorch.
It was literally across the street from us, and I think that was probably the year before we moved.
Yeah,
because we
were done.
A ton of snow that year,
and we were just so done, man. That was the end. That was the end of it for us. There was one chunk of ice, and it wasn't even a big. I'm thinking it was the size of a shoe.
And then going into a supermarket, right? Where they have nothing but the fucking snow dunes.
Yeah. Oh my
snow
god.
Piles
of
all
snow.
over the freaking parking lot. It was Jesus.
Even when
Christ.
it started getting hot, you would see the snow piles because they would pile it up so high, and they would be these mountains of ice.
I don't miss that at all. I would rather take this hurricane.
Yep. Well, I remember.
Take any of that. I can't.
I remember when I first got the job where I was at, and that first winter, we had a very bad winter, and there was a huge pile of snow, and there was tons of them. And I remember when it was getting hot, it was hot. I was wearing shorts, and I went to that Target up there in that one plaza, and there was huge piles of snow, and they were still there. They were starting to melt, obviously, because it was getting hot, but they were still there. That's how much snow we used to get.
It was horrible.
Fucking terrible.
It was way too much.
So anyway, we have a lot of shit coming up, and we're very happy that people are listening to the show still, and it seems like support is just growing. We're getting more and more support, and I really appreciate it. This thing has far exceeded any expectations that we both had. So we appreciate you guys. And I think we're going to call this one, you think? You think we're done? Or you got anything else?
I was on a roll, but we're at over 2 hours.
We're over 2 hours. We want to keep these things nice and manageable for people. And tomorrow morning, we're gonna interview Vince Russo, and that's going to be fucking awesome, man. So,
if we're alive from the hurricane.
Yeah, if this hurricane doesn't just knock on the door and kill us, But yeah, it's about 7:30 Eastern time here.
Yeah, that's good.
We've done a lot of shit tonight. We've talked a lot. We appreciate you guys for listening to us, and you can check us out on Twitter at Voices of Misery. We're very responsive. Go ahead and send us a message. It's not any giant dick pictures or anything of that shit. I don't want to... I don't want her fucking getting all turned on to new kinds of kink and shit.
Oh my! Are you for real? I'm getting turned on with kink, Mister. Oh my! I'm not. All right,
Gmail
biting my tongue.
It's Voices of Misery Podcast at gmail.com.
God.
Facebook may or may not come back. I have no fucking clue, man. I'm trying to figure this whole thing out day by day.
Well, we got to make a fake account.
Yeah,
period.
We'll figure something out.
Bonnie Smith. Yeah. We'll make something.
Bonnie Smith it is. So we'll figure something out there. What else do we have? Where else are we're on every single
Twitch
podcast provider. Twitch.tv/Voices of Misery.
Podbean?
Podcast. Voicesmisery.podbean.com. We're on everything. Just type in Voices of Misery. And we even have a Reddit page, r/Voices of Misery Podcast. I'm trying to get that thing up and running because Reddit's really cool. I like the fact that you can kind of just talk about whatever, post links and shit like that. So I would like to get that thing going. So join our Reddit page, Voices of Misery. My name on there is The Nerd Podcaster, so you can find me on there, and we'll talk, shit like that. So anyway, guys, this has been a fun episode. I enjoy talking to you guys every single time we talk to you, multiple times per week. I might even post my solo.
Well, he hasn't listened to it yet, people, so
yeah.
Because we don't know how drunk he was on the podcast,
we don't. Drunk. I took like 4 takes on that bit.
But we want to make sure that it's decent enough.
Up to your standards, because we have high standards for you, just like you have for us, ladies and gentlemen. Upcoming toys. You'll get our toys soon. Do you have any final parting words?
No, I'm good, man.
I feel rude. I didn't ask you how your week was. But we'll do that next time.
You did yesterday. My week is fucking fine.
All right, guys. Hurricane Dorian is coming to get us. We'll talk to you soon. Later.
Yes, it is I, Bin Hameen, commanding all of you to join the wrestling revolution, the underground of media, and follow our brothers at Voices of Misery on Twitter and subscribe to their podcast because they support hackerhameen.podbean.com and you will go support voicesofmisery.podbean.com because there is no more misery when you leave those FM marked channels and you join the media underground of Voices of Misery and hackerhameen.podbean.com. Rise and praise, YOLO!